the BBC presents Tony Hancock with Moira Lister, Bill Kerr and Sidney James in...
Hancock's how far?
This week, the whole of Europe is tense with excitement following the course of that exhausting and nerve-wracking endurance test, the Monte Carlo Rally. And this year, we British can feel fairly confident because the cream of our steely-nerved racing drivers are driving some pretty fine new machines. So let us take you back to Monday's memorable start from Glasgow.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Brown Johnston reporting from Glasgow, the starting point for British competitors in this year's edition of the most grueling test for man and machine in the motoring calendar, the famous Monte Carlo Rally. It really is a wonderful sight. Almost every car manufacturer in Britain has entered his latest model, driven by some of the finest drivers in the world. Over there I can see Ken Wharton in his Daimler, yes, and there's Raymond Baxter in his hotted-up Ford Zephyr, and Reg Parnell driving one of the Aston Martin DB2s, all tensed up waiting for the signal to start. Now, wait a second. Apparently there's one competitor still to arrive. It's number 101, Britain's top racing driver, Captain Andrée Melly Hancock. He was, of course, the sensational winner of last year's Grand Prix de Grimsby for foot-operated soapbox. Captain Hancock, in his privately entered Sidney James special, was last seen a few miles south of Glasgow, so we should see him coming tearing up the starting line any minute now.
Come on now, push! Push! Harder! Get your shoulder behind it, Moira. Dig your heels in, there's a good girl. Push, Sid. Come on, Bill, get your back into it. What's the matter with you?
What a car this is. We've had to push it halfway from London.
Well, expect to have to push a car occasionally.
Yeah, but not downhill.
I'll stop moaning and push. If we don't hurry up, they'll start without us.
Oh, Tony, why don't we give up? We'll never get there.
Give up? Wheels, Hancock, give up? Never. For the last 10 Monte Carlo rallies, me and my car have been on that starting line.
And stayed there.
And stayed. Jolly good.
No, Tony, please. Let's rest for a minute. I can't push this thing any further.
Oh, all right then. Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with the young girls of today. Ask them to push a car for a few miles and they're finished.
A few miles? We left London with 12 gallons of petrol and we've still got 11 and a half.
Well, we've used half a gallon, have we?
Yeah, and that evaporated.
Don't blame me. It's Sid's car, not mine. I'm just driving it, that's all.
I don't understand it, Sid. What made you enter a car like this in the first place?
I'll tell you. The winner of the Monte Carlo Rally gets 1,200,000 francs, see?
Well, wait a minute. 1,200,000 francs, 25 acres to the yen, 4 yen, 1 rupee. 2 rupees, 1 sou. Sous are better than annas. Annas. That reminds me, I haven't heard from Elsie lately. See her down the rink, I expect. Never mind. Let's see. 15 marks, 1 centime. Centimes into guilders, a couple of pfennigs. Makes...
Hey, Tom, look,
there's just one more little detail to work out.
What?
How much is 1,200,000 francs worth?
I don't know, but it's a lot of rhino, and I'm going to win it.
Listen, this heap wouldn't win the rally if we started in Monte Carlo.
Don't be so sure, Billy boy. What happens when all the cars reach Dover?
They go on board the ferry to get to France.
Exactly. And Uncle Charlie would never let me down.
Who's Uncle Charlie?
He drives the ferry. And I hope they all enjoy it.
What?
Their winter cruise to Iceland.
That's the dirtiest trick I've ever heard of.
Yes, I'm rather proud of it myself.
Well, we better get a move on or we're not going to get there for the start.
Right. Which way do we go?
I don't know. Ask that lady there.
Oh, wait. Excuse me, madam.
What can I do for you?
I'm sorry, sir. The clothes are very confusing up here. Do you know the way to Glasgow?
I do. Thanks very much. Good day.
Come back. Yes, jolly good. Thank you. Very helpful. Look, we're English, see?
Oh, you poor wee lad. What a terrible thing to happen to a man.
Yes. Well, we're lost, you see.
Forsaken is more the word.
Look, I want to get to Glasgow. Which is the quickest way?
Well, let me see there. Glasgow. I've never been there since I was a wee laddie. I'm afraid I might have forgotten how to get there. I've got a terrible, terrible memory.
Aye.
I'm always forgetting things.
Ooh. Well, think.
Yes, I'm trying. No, it's no good. I'll have to remember to do. I'll have to have something to jog my memory. Turn right to the crossroads, carry on for half a mile. First left again over the level crossing, and then you... Then you...
You're losing it again.
Yes, go on. That's it. Carry on for 2 miles, left the signpost, past the telephone box, over the railway bridge, and then it...
It's going again, isn't it?
First right again. Straight past Angus McPherson's distillery, past Ian McIntosh's distillery, past Duncan McPhee's distillery, past Sandy McTavish's distillery, past Andrew McDuff's distillery, past
Is this the quickest way?
No, but it's some of the finest scenery in Scotland.
Right, well. Thank you very much. I think we'll be all right now. Hoots. We'll be a while. Goodbye, Langmayer Lumreek, or whatever that is. I love porridge in the springtime.
Hello, listeners. Brown Johnston here again, and I really must apologise for the delay in starting this Monte Carlo Rally of 1955. But we're still waiting for competitor number 101, Captain Wheels Hancock, to arrive at the start. He's 3 hours overdue now, and... Oh, wait a minute. I do believe... Yes, here he comes at last. I can just see an empty car coming round the corner, closely followed by Hancock and his 3 assistants. Well, we should get underway now as Hancock gets his car into position. Yes, it's there, and he's just going over for a word with the official start.
Morning, I'm sorry we're late. Where do you want me to put my car?
Yes, well, I'm afraid there must be some mistake. The London to Brighton was run several weeks ago.
Oh, highly amusing that was, yeah. Listen, this car is entered for the Monte Carlo Rally. You've got me entry there.
Let me see. What name?
Hancock, H-A-N-C-H-O-C-K. The H is optional.
Yes, Hancock. Yes, Captain Wheels Hancock.
That's me.
Born in 1896.
That's the date of the car.
Sorry, yes, of course. I have the details here. An 1896 modified AJY special. AJY?
Assembled from the junkyards.
I see. What rating is she?
Oh, 6 cylinders, overhead valve engine, twin carburetors, straight-through exhaust, special compression head, supercharged with a capacity of 3,000 cubic centimetres, developing 160 brake horsepower. That's a special accessory of our own design, which I must say really gets her going.
Oh, what's that?
A tow rope.
Well, now then, just a few customs formalities. What equipment will you be taking with you?
Me co-driver, Mr. Bill Spanners Kerr. A radio, fog lights, spare tyres, and me heater.
I don't see any heater.
Moira, stand up for the gentleman. And of course, the owner of the car, Mr. Sporting Sidney James, will also be travelling with us, a most valuable member of me crew.
What does he do?
He's in charge of the tin tacks and the broken glass.
Yes. Well, here's your timetable. Now, you have to be in Dover by tonight.
Do the trolley buses run all the way?
Trolley buses? Of course not.
Oh. Sid, you can ditch them 2 long poles. We won't be needing them.
Well, I think we can get started now. All right, everybody, start your engines.
And now, listeners, everything's in readiness for the start. All the cars are revving up, each waiting for a signal to go. Any minute now. Yes, the first one's off. The Monte Carlo Rally's underway.
Dover, here we come.
What's the matter, Tony? Won't it start?
Won't it start? Won't it start? Of course it won't start, idiot! Women, won't it start? You'll be asking me if I've switched on next?
Well, have you?
She's right, she's dead right. Mind your own business. I found the trouble.
What was it?
I hadn't switched on.
Oh, come on, let me have a go.
That's it. Listen to her purring away there.
Well, what are we waiting for?
There's something stopping the front wheels from moving forward.
Oh, yes, I see what it is.
What?
They put 2 coats of paint on the starting line.
Wait a minute. We're moving. Yes? We're moving. Quick, let the clutch in.
At last, we're off. It's over. Here we come. This is better. We're making good time now. 6 hours since the rally started.
Getting dark. Where are we?
I'm not sure, Bill. Have a look at that sign.
Okay, Oh,
What does it say?
Sucky Hall Street.
We'll have to do better than this, Hancock.
Don't worry, I'll get this car to Dover tonight if it kills me.
Tickets, please.
4 singles to Dover, please. You'll find a car in the guard's van.
This is Brown Johnson reporting once again on the progress made so far in the Monte Carlo rally. Now, we've just heard that the first driver to reach Dover was Captain Anthony Wheels Hancock in his 1896 modified AJY Special.
Please silence, please worship the Lord.
Well, congratulations, Captain Hancock, on breaking the record for the Glasgow to Dover run. What a fantastic speed you must have kept up.
Ah, well, it's downhill all the way, isn't it?
Downhill? It's not, you know.
Well, it is for us. We've got big back wheels.
Come on, Tub, we'd better get some sleep. The ferry leaves for Boulogne first thing in the morning.
Good morning, everybody. Brown Johnson reporting on the second day of the Monte Carlo rally. As listeners, I think, already know, the BBC's motor racing correspondent Raymond Baxter is actually taking part in the rally and is recording up-to-the-minute eyewitness accounts from inside his car. And so, for the first of these reports, over to Raymond Baxter.
Raymond Baxter reporting from Boulogne, ready to begin stage 2 of the Monte Carlo rally. Now the cars are pouring off the ferry onto French soil. And there goes Captain Hancock's AJY Special, looking somehow different with her twin funnels, her streamlined mainmast, and underslung lightnings. A really magnificent sight as she slowly drives into the customs shed for examination.
Now, Tony, are you sure you can handle the French customs?
What? The lad? I'll have you know that je parle français aussi bon que anyone else.
Well, you know what the French are, and you know what customs officials are.
Moment, vous just pipe down un peu and leave it to the connoisseurs. Ah, bonjour, monsieur le douanier.
Bonjour, monsieur. Avez-vous quelque chose à déclarer?
Mais non, je suis simplement un chauffeur dans le Monte Carlo.
Très bien, monsieur. Mais je dois vous avertir que si vous avez avec vous des narcotiques, des bijoux, du tabac, des animaux, des armes à feu, ou vous comprenez des choses semblables, vous pouvez les déclarer.
Écoutez, je vous ai assuré, et je vous en prie de me croire, c'est la vérité. Je n'ai absolument rien à cacher.
What did he say?
Never mind about him, what did I say?
Tony, that's no way to get through. Let me try their French customs. Bonjour, mon capitaine.
Well, we all know what that means.
Oh, quel charme, quelle beauté, quelle élégance, quelle femme. T'as un téléphone?
Mais oui, Shepherd's Bush, 7465.
Hello, hello.
Au revoir, chérie.
What did all that mean?
Well, roughly translated, it means we go straight through. Come on.
Amour, amour, amour. Amour, amour.
You're not having any more, mate. An old favourite, but came in useful there. That's your lots. Come, children, on our way to Monte Carlo.
Lille. Liège.
Venlo.
Amsterdam.
The Hague!
Brussels.
Paris.
Well, that's all half of them came on the rally for anyway.
Good evening, listeners. Brown Johnston again, and here is the latest news of the Monte Carlo rally. The halfway stage has been reached, and I'm very pleased to say that so far the British contingent has kept fairly well together. But the most amazing thing is that leading the field is none other than Wheels Hancock. Yes, that 59-year-old car of his is holding its own against the high-powered, up-to-date sports models from all over the world. They just can't seem to pass him. I'd give anything to know just how he's managing to do it.
All right, Sid, we've crossed the bridge.
Right, blow it up. Right, and when we get round the corner, we'll start another landslide. Who's driving that car directly behind us?
Let's see, number 24, Armstrong Sidley, driven by Air Vice Marshal Pathfinder Bennett.
Right, turn the signpost round. That's one path he won't find. Here he comes, here he is. Well, he's going at a fast lick, isn't he? Still, I think he'll like Turkey when he gets there.
Hey, fella, something's gone wrong. There's a car behind us. Got past all the traps we laid. He must have taken a shortcut.
Who is he, Moira?
Just a minute. 76. Good heavens, it's the car that the BBC commentator's in. Raymond Baxter.
Baxter, we'll have him. Yes. Quick, Sid! Smoke bombs!
Good evening. Raymond Baxter again, this time speaking to you from the road about 90 miles southeast of Paris, heading towards the mountainous stage of the rally. Now, I understand that we're now lying second on the road to Wheels Hancock, whose car I can see not half a mile ahead of me. We seem to be catching up on him pretty quickly, but now... What, just a minute now, wait a minute here. This is positively uncanny. A clear blue sky and a nice bright sun 1 minute, and now suddenly a thick fog has just sprung up. I can't see more than 2 feet in front of the car, and we've got to be very careful here. Now, according to my road map, we should be approaching a narrow bridge spanning a deep mountain stream. Out of the car, I can't see a thing, but we must be somewhere near it. Now, perhaps if I were to lean my head out of the window and...
Put the bridge back, Sid.
Good evening, listeners. Brown Johnston again, and we're now at the last stages of the Monte Carlo rally. Well, we shan't be able to give you any more eyewitness accounts because, unfortunately, we seem to have lost proper contact with Raymond Baxter. His last recording, picked up by the BBC, didn't give much information. He said simply...
Shoot!
Thank you, Raymond Baxter. Meanwhile, as the rally nears its completion, we've just been informed by the Air Ministry of a sudden change in weather conditions over the latter stages of the route. There's a fierce blizzard blowing in the Alpes Maritimes, the mountains just north of Monte Carlo, through which the leaders should now be passing.
It's no good. We can't go on. We'll have to stop.
Can't stop now. Another 2 hours, we'll be in Monte Carlo. There's 1,200,000 francs at stake. You keep driving.
But I can't see all this snow.
You've got windscreen wipers, haven't you?
They're not much good when you haven't got a windscreen. Ah, well, be fair. You know, when I get chilly, I'm liable to have one of my turns.
Hey, just look at this weather. It's getting worse. The snow must be a foot deep.
Oh, much more than that.
I'm talking about inside the car.
I told you we should have got one with a roof on it. Look at us. A bowler hat and a pipe each, and the kids will start slinging snowballs at us.
You keep your eyes on the road, Hancock. The surface is like glass. There's a 4,000 drop on one side and smack into the chasm.
I wouldn't worry. Even if this car did go over the edge, I bet we'd have to get out halfway and push it.
I wonder how the other cars are getting on.
Well, I think they should all be in the Mediterranean by now.
What do you mean?
Well, a pot of paint, a few deft strokes with the old brush. It's amazing what you can do with some of them dangerous bend signs.
You better go carefully along here, Tony. It's getting worse.
Yeah, look at those mountains up there. There must be millions of tons of snow in that lot.
Yes, I was reading about that the other day. Do you know that a sudden, violent noise could bring the lot down on top of us?
Really?
Yes. Yes, it's the echo. It vibrates round the valley and causes an avalanche.
Don't worry, it won't happen here. We'd have to kick up a horrible din to bring that lot down. I will.
Let's have the radio on.
Yeah.
This is the BBC Light Programme.
Whitey, Whitey!
Well, I think it speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Well, that's the worst landslide I've ever seen. Lucky that rescue party came along and dug us out. We'd have still been there.
Has anybody seen Tony?
Yeah, he fell over the edge of the cliff. They're still looking for him.
Oh, look, there he is, chatting to that man who's trying to get him up.
Of course, this isn't the first time I've been hanging from a cliff top by the tips of my fingers.
I didn't think it was. No.
Well, you could tell by the cool, calm, professional way I was screaming my head off before you came along.
Yes. I had noticed.
That's right. Well, I've been mountaineering all my life, you know.
Really?
Oh, yes, when I was in the army, I was over the hill most of the time.
Were you?
Do you know, the time I've got in mind was on the Everest climb.
You climbed Everest?
Yes, when I was out in India.
Oh.
Every morning before breakfast.
Did you?
I know what you're going to say now. Yeah. I can tell you the exact words you're going to say.
What?
Hunt and Hillary. Yeah, they all do. Makes you sick. I was at the top of Everest when they were just a gleam in the father's eye.
You sure?
Am I? Listen, you've heard about them great big footprints they found in the snow up there?
Yeah.
Mine. Mine. Of course, that's not the story they give out. Oh, dear me, no, they... I realise now the biggest mistake I made was not sticking a flag in the top.
Oh, you should have done that.
I know. Well, I left me lunch up there.
Did you? Well,
That's gone. I went back and had a look.
Huh?
Well, anyway, do you mind taking your spike boots off my fingers? Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
sorry.
I just thought I'd mention it in passing. The time I'm telling you about was, let me see, it'd be the 10th time I climbed it. That'd be a Thursday. That'd be a Thursday, yes, that's right. I said to my mate, Harry, you don't know Harry, do you?
No, I never met him.
Nice fella he is, nice fella. Yeah, he took to drink in the end.
Oh, dear.
It was the making of him.
Was it?
Yeah. Anyway, I said to Harry, do you fancy Everest today? He said, well, it'll make a day out, won't it? So we packed some sandwiches and off we went. Well, I got to, I suppose it must have been about 32,000 feet.
Wait a minute. Everest isn't as tall as that.
Was then. It was then. Me and Harry wore it down, running up and down it. Well, there I was.
Yeah?
There I was.
Where?
To put you in the picture, there I was, dangling over a precipice, hanging onto a rope that was tied round Harry, who was down on the top, when he suddenly says, hey, look at the time, he says. It's 6:45. I got to go home. I said, I said, you can't go home and leave me dangling over the edge of this cliff. Come and help me up. Well, I don't know whether it was his conscience, but his whole attitude changed.
Did it? Yeah.
He could see he'd been selfish. You know, he blushed with shame.
Yeah.
I've never seen a man more ashamed of himself. He knelt down on the edge, and he looked down at me and he said, "Forgive me, old man. I was being selfish. I realized you've got to get down as well as me." Do you know what he did?
What?
He cut the rope.
Hey, Tub, hurry up. They've dug the car out. Let's get a move on.
Oh, coming. Do you know, then I'll see you next week.
Well, I hope so. I look forward to that little chat.
Well, so do I. It's been delightful. Thank you. Good. You're the only one who understands me.
Well,
Yes, goodbye, ta-ra. Come, children, to Monte Carlo and the prize money.
Blimey, look at the crowds. The band. The whole town's turned out to welcome us.
Where's Mr. Carlo? Who? Monte Carlo, the bloke who owns the place.
Oh, isn't it wonderful? First home in the Monte Carlo rally.
Yeah, and here comes the mayor with the prize money.
Ah, mes amis, congratulations! What a magnificent achievement! You have won the Monte Carlo rally, and I have great pleasure in presenting you with this check for 1,200,000 francs. And here it is. 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 Here it is.
I'm sorry, I was miles away.
Well, here it is.
Oh, yes, the cheque for 1,200,000 francs.
No, a ticket for parking. You've been stuck here on the starting line for 4 days now.
Officer, I can explain. The starter's gone on. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I wouldn't bother you again. Have an Addis. Have an Addis with me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the pleasure.
Well, we don't know about that. Come on with your name and address and your right. You're coming to police and your...
You have been listening to Raymond Baxter and Brian Johnston's Half Hour, and in the programme you also heard Tony Hancock with Moira Lister, Bill Kerr, Sidney James and Kenneth Williams. Incidental music was composed by Wally Stott and recorded by the BBC Augmented Review Orchestra, conducted by Hattie Jacques. The script was written by Ray Galton and Alan Simpson, and the programme which was recorded was produced by Dennis Main Wilson. The BBC presents Tony Hancock with Moira Lister, Bill Kerr and Sidney James in
Hancock's Half Hour.
One of the biggest items in the cost of living today is the general upkeep and repairs of one's place of residence, especially when the house is an old one. Consequently, at Tony Hancock's house, there's enough work to keep 30 full-time labourers in employment.
Right, give us another nail, Bill. There you are. 63 nails in that lot. That should hold it. How does it look?
Very nice. But there must be a better way of putting wallpaper up. Why don't you use paste like everybody else?
Paste? It's because this paper's too thin. The paste would soak right through it. We wouldn't be able to read the headlines. Now, what else have we got to do?
We need a new roof.
Nonsense. I put one on last week.
Well, the rain's still coming through.
I can't understand it. You wouldn't think rain would get through cardboard that thick. I mean, it's the same stuff I sold me boots with. Well, come on, let's get on.
Wait a minute. What about the big hole in the dining room wall?
Don't you dare mend that hole. I want to spend a quiet evening at home tonight, watching next door's television. Come along now. Bring your ladder into the front parlour. The ceiling needs doing up.
Now, we've got to be careful with this ceiling. I've been expecting it to fall down ever since last Tuesday.
Why?
That's when the walls collapsed. The front door. That must be Moira.
Not so hard! Come in, Moira. Pick up the door and close it.
Hello, boys.
Put your hat and coat on the hall stand, Moira.
What hall stand?
Has that nail fallen out again? I must apologise for the mess, Moira. We're doing a few repairs.
Oh, not again. Can't the landlord do something about it?
I doubt it. He died in 1827.
Well, the place is in a pretty bad condition, isn't it? I'm sure the foundations are shifting.
They are not.
Well, then why have you had to change this address 3 times in the last month? You used to be just round the corner from me. Now it's 1 3 to telephone you. And another thing, why don't you do something about all that long grass?
Lots of people round here have got long grass.
Yes, but not growing through the floorboards.
Leave it where it is. I like having me tea on the lawn.
Let's face it, Tony, it's a waste of time and money trying to repair this place. It should have been pulled down years ago.
They daren't. This house is at the end of the street.
Well?
Pull this one down, the lot go.
Well, they might as well. It's leaning over at an angle as it is. I don't know how you managed to stand up straight.
What? 6-inch sole on your left boot? You're well away.
Now, why don't you do the sensible thing and move?
Well, that's exactly what I intend to do. I have decided to build my own house.
What?
Yes, this place gives me the willies. It's winter and the wet weather's with us and, well... Could have cut one of those W's, I'm sure. I know an Englishman's home is his castle, but I'm getting fed up with living in the moat. So I'm getting out. I'm going to build my own little house. Oh, that sweet little home in the West.
Now, wait a minute, Tub. You can't build a house just like that. There are a lot of things to be considered. You've got to get plans drawn up by a skilled architect.
I'm not bothering with all that nonsense. I've designed it myself. Like that bloke Christopher Waff.
Wren.
Bad, it's dear enough. I've got the plans here. There you are. Have a butcher's at that little lot. That's a picture of how it'll look when it's finished.
Oh, yeah? And you designed this all by yourself?
Well, not exactly. It was my idea to tear it out of the book. Anyway, that's what my house is going to look like.
But, Tony, this is Buckingham Palace.
I realise that. I'm not an idiot. Thank you. Thank you all. I repeat, I'm not an idiot. I realise I can't build it exactly the same as this. Naturally, I'll have to leave a few things out.
Such as?
Well, them sentry boxes can go for a start.
Tony, you can't build a place like that. It's got over 500 rooms.
We can take in lodgers. I've worked it all out. You see, I'll need a few bricks, a couple of sacks of cement, half a yard of sand, bucket of water, and everybody stand back.
Has it occurred to you that to build a place like this would cost over £1 million?
I'll have to start saving up, won't I? See, I can cut down to 6 meals a day and...
Oh, Tony. Tony, be sensible. It's a very natural thing to want to build a house of your own. But you must be practical about it. You must build something you can afford.
Yeah, put a door in one of the sentry boxes.
Why don't you settle for something nice and discreet? A little bungalow, perhaps?
Oh, yes, that's it. A bungalow. I can just see it. I won't have stairs. I'll have a lift going right up to the top floor. And
Tony, this may come as a shock to you, but a bungalow has nothing upstairs.
Perfect. A house reflecting his own personality.
Now listen, you Australian layabout. I've got one word to say to you.
What's that?
Tyson.
You can't speak to me like that, you Birmingham barrel. And And I've only got one thing to say to you. Lindwall.
All right. All right, then. Cowdrey.
Why, you... Miller, Harvey.
Compton, Hutton.
Bradman.
Bedser.
Ha!
May. Statham.
Morris.
Boys, stop swearing at each other.
Well, I'm fed up with the way you keep... Truman.
Langley.
Fred.
Who's Fred?
My brother. You wait till he grows up.
Now, boys, please. What about this bungalow?
Yes, I'm sorry, Moira. Forgive me. I don't generally use bad language in front of a lady. Now, the bungalow. When do we start?
Well, you can't start yet. You have to buy the plot of land first.
Yes, of course. Must have land. What a pity Father had to sell the estate! Just thrown in for good measure. Land. Where can I get some land from?
Wait a minute. I know the very guy.
Oh, yes? Who?
Well, just about the finest estate agent in the business, that's who.
Oh, no. Not...
Yeah,
No.
Sid James.
I might have known it. And how long has he been selling land?
Ever since he found out how many people are buried every year.
Well, you can just think of someone else, because Tony's not buying any land from him.
No, I am not.
Why not? What's Sid ever done to you? Tell me.
It would be a pleasure, but the BBC closes down at midnight.
You know, Bill, I can't understand you. You're the only one who doesn't see through him.
Yes. Look what he did to me last week. He sold me 100 silver-plated cigarette holders for 15 quid.
Well?
That's a lot of money for a packet of pins. Listen, you can forget all about Sidney James.
I think you're being very silly. Sid sells his land cheaper than anybody else in the country.
Well, there must be something wrong with it.
He's got thousands of acres all up and down the country.
Yes, I bet it's that little strip that runs in between the railway lines.
Look, Tub, the least you can do is go down to his offices and see what he's got to offer.
All right. All right. Seeing as I'm desperate for some land, I'll give him one more chance.
Look, all you've got to do is beat him in his own game.
Me?
Of course. You!
Brilliant, yes.
You can do... Why, you've got more brains in your little finger than he's got in the...
You're too kind.
Look, be more astute than he is.
Me,
Use
more
that,
astute.
that high-powered business brain of yours.
Yes, a typhoon or a tycoon. That's it. That's me. Good lad. I will. That's it. I'll baffle him with figures. Einstein Hancock. Come along. Come in. Now, see here, James. I understand you have X number of acres for sale at Y number of pounds. Well, I want Z number of acres at B number of pounds. I'm prepared to go up to C number of pounds, but the way I see it, if M equals the marginal profit and D equals the discount per annum, then Y over B plus C over X minus the square of D plus M would equal the sum of Q plus E over W times the quotient of F plus Y over K.
So what does that prove?
I don't know, but I'm red hot on the alphabet.
All right. Now let's get down to business. What can I do for you?
Tony's looking for some land to build a house on.
And you've come to me. A very wise decision. I got some of the finest land that's ever been reclaimed. Now, whereabouts did you have in mind?
Oh, I'm not fussy. What have you got?
Well, wait a minute. Let's have a look at my maps.
Ah.
Oh, yes, here we are. Mm-hmm. Now, this lot here marked in red,
yeah.
That's £2,000 an acre.
Yes.
This here in green, 1,500 an acre.
Yes.
This lot here in yellow,
Ah.
$1,250 an acre.
How much for this big lot in blue?
That? Oh, 3 and 6 an acre.
I love it. I'll build me house right in the middle of it.
Please yourself. But you better leave your bedroom light on.
Why?
The ships might hit it.
Have you got anything on the coast, Mr. James?
Certainly. This lot marked in red I showed you. 17 acres there, smack on the south coast. You can only have 12 of them now.
Why?
The other 5 fell into the sea.
Never mind, Tub. 12 acres should be enough to build a house on.
Of course. And not only have you got the land on top of the cliff, you've also got the beach right down to the sea edge.
That's nice.
And it's only 2,000 quid an acre.
Well, I'll have to get on to be broker about that.
Why?
I'm broke. Next.
Never mind, Tony. Don't worry about the money. I'll help you out with a few thousand.
Good girl, Moira. Of course she can afford it, you know. She's on that panel game.
Now, let's have a look at the map. Look, we've got to decide just where we're going to build.
Oh, yes. And there's one little point I forgot to mention. I always stipulate that any building done on any land sold by me must be done by a building company nominated by me.
Yes, that's fair enough. Which building company do you nominate?
Mine.
Yours.
Yeah.
You're going to do all right out of this, aren't you? What is this building company of yours?
My card.
Why? See, you only employ German labor.
Do what?
Sidney James Jerry Building Limited.
All right, we won't go into that. Now, let's get down to details. I suggest we build the house on the beach underneath the cliff. It'll shelter it nicely, all right?
Sounds fine.
well,
I like that.
All
I
right.
can see that, yeah.
Now, that should provide you with a very comfortable little home, right up till 8 o'clock at night.
Well, what happens then?
Then you move out.
Why?
The tide comes in.
And where do we move to?
Into the other house.
Oh, I see. The other house.
The
What
one
other
we've
house?
had built on the cliff top.
Oh, that old thing. Whose idea was it building that one?
Mine.
Oh, yes, of course, yes. Yes, you're the man who owns the building company, aren't you?
That's right. Mind you, I'm only doing it for your own good.
Oh, of course.
I mean, you don't want to stay in that one on the beach all night and drown, do you?
No, of course not.
Well, then, you've got to have another one built on the cliff top, haven't you?
Yes, I suppose we have.
Well, shut up, then.
Just a minute, I can't afford to buy 2 lots of furniture.
You don't have to. You take it with you when you go. Now, look, you start moving the furniture at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then when the tide comes in at 8 o'clock, you just have time to nip back down and lock all the doors
Why?
to stop the sea getting in.
Well, then, if the sea can't get in, why can't I stay down there?
What, and leave all the furniture out on the cliff top all night?
Yes, I hadn't thought of that.
Now, look, just a minute. Why can't we just build one house on the cliff top?
Well, you can do. But then, where are you going to live during the day?
Where are we going to live during the day? Well, it's obvious. He's right, you know. He's right. We've got nowhere to live during the day. Homeless, trapped in the moors, waiting for night to come so we can go home. He's dead right.
Tony, don't be so silly. He's not right. I know plenty of people who manage perfectly well with one house. We'll build it on the cliff top. We don't want the one down on the beach.
Don't want it. I've paid 7,000 quid for that house. I'm not knocking it down for you or anybody.
It's not built yet.
That's no excuse. It's my home. Just because you don't like it, I'm supposed to knock it down and have nowhere to live during the day.
You can live in the one on the cliff top all the time.
And who's going to live in the one down on the beach?
Nobody!
You expect me to leave it down there empty after all the money I've paid for it?
Look, I'm a bit confused.
You're
Do you
not
mind? Do you mind explaining once again, very slowly, just why you need 2 houses?
I give up. I'm surrounded by idiots. Tell them, Sid, tell them. They're a bit slow, you know. They're not as bright as me.
Well, it's quite simple. You've got one house on the cliff top.
Yes,
and you've got
all
one-
right. We won't go through all that again. Take it from me, Tony. You are being twisted.
How can you say such a thing about the man who's just saved my life?
Huh?
Saved my life. If it hadn't been for Sid's foresight, I might have been drowned in my bed. We're having 2 houses built, and that is that.
Good. Now, there's just one point about the house on the cliff top. If the weather gets rough and the sea undermines the bottom of the cliff, the house might collapse.
Oh, dear.
But you've got nothing to worry about. I'm going to take precautions.
Good lad, Sid, my pal.
I'm going to build you another house 2 miles inland.
Yes, of course. No point in taking chances.
But Tony!
Fine. The man saved me life again.
So now we've got 3 houses. One underwater twice a day, one liable to collapse any minute, and there's nothing wrong with the third one, is there?
Not a thing. Perfectly good house.
Then let's just settle for that one. Forget about the others, eh?
Don't be ridiculous, Moira. The only reason we're building this one is because the other 2 aren't safe. If you don't build them, there's no point in building this one. The reason's gone.
Yours isn't doing so good either, is it?
Right then. Now that's 3 houses at 7,000 nick at a time. That's 24,000 nick.
Wait a minute. Add it up again. 22,000.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Just watch it.
Right, now, if you sign the deeds, we'll
Just a minute, Sid. I've just thought. It's going to be a bit dodgy getting this furniture up from the beach every night. One feels such a Charlie climbing up a cliff in your pyjamas and grand piano and a couple of goldfish bowls strapped on your back.
Well, of course you do. Which is why I've engaged the Sidney James Steel Construction Company Limited.
And what do they build?
Escalators.
I thought they would. How much?
To you, 2,000 quid.
I'll have 2. One up, one down. And I'll have a couple of dozen corset adverts to stick up along the side.
Right, well, that's settled.
Just one other thing. When the house on the cliff top falls down, which it will do...
Naturally.
Of course. How do we get the furniture over to the house that's 2 miles inland?
Don't worry about that. I bet Sid's thought of something.
I have.
I knew he had. How much?
5,000 quid, payable to the SJEC,
SJEC?
the Sidney James Engineering Company.
And what do they build?
Railways.
So now we've got... So now we've got our own railway.
I want to rise!
All right, now. If you just sign here, we can get started.
Right.
Now, well, go on. What are you waiting for?
Just thinking about that sentry box. If I was 9 inches taller, I could be living rent-free.
Sign it.
All right. Anthony A. St John Hancock, second. There. Now, how much do we owe him, Bill?
Let's see, 12 acres of land at 2,000 an acre. No, that's plus 3 houses at 7,000. 2 escalators, railway lines, 2 stations, engine, 4 coaches, and a guard's van. That's 2 and 2 carry 3 makes £144,000.
Moira, ring up the bank, ask for a loan.
But you haven't got an account.
Here's a bob. Go and open one.
Oh, there we are. We'll start construction first thing tomorrow morning. And good luck.
Isn't it marvellous? I only came here to see about a little bungalow.
Never mind, Tony. I don't care what anybody else says about you. To me, you'll always be
Yes.
a complete idiot.
Thank you, Moira. My word, they are getting on with it, aren't they? There's no doubt about it. You can't beat the British workmen. Look at them going it. That's the 3rd brick they've got into position in the last hour and a half. They'll never keep it up.
Hey, look out, Tub. Mind that crane. Don't walk underneath it.
Oh, my word, yes, a big one, isn't it? Sorry, Mr. Foreman.
That's all right, mate. All right, Charlie, lift the weight. Slowly up. That's it, that's it. Swing around now. Gently. Gently, don't drop it, don't drop it. Right, that's it, hold it, hold it. Now, slowly down. Slowly. Slowly. Over a bit. Slowly down, that's it, lovely. Another 6 inches, down. Slowly now. Slowly, that's it. Perfect. Let it go, Charlie.
Now you know why they only lay 3 bricks in an hour and a half.
Surely they can work faster than this. I've got a good mind to complain to the foreman.
Don't do that. They'll all go on strike.
Nobody would notice.
Oh, now be fair, Moira. Some of them are doing their bit. Look at that little bloke over there. They've had him on the go all day. Never stops, poor little devil, mixing away there. Look at him, shoveling it in there. What's he making?
Tea.
Where did Sid get him from?
I don't know, but it's the first time I've ever seen overalls with arrows on them.
Hey, look at that carpenter there. He doesn't know what he's going to do for a start. Talk about wasting wood. Every half hour I have to go over and dig him out of the sawdust.
It's all your fault, Tony, agreeing to pay them time and a half for overtime and double time on Sundays.
Well, what about it?
Well, now they only come in at 5:30 and only on Sunday mornings.
It's not good enough, Tub. I've seen some lazy workmen in my time, but shovels with built-in armrests, I ask you.
And another thing, Tony, I'd like to know where Sid's getting all these bricks from.
I can tell you that. You know he bought 6 rowing boats last week.
Well?
You know that lighthouse over there?
Lighthouse? Where?
Exactly.
I wish they'd get a move on. We could build it quicker ourselves.
We'll probably have to. Look, that carpenter just switched the light on.
What happened?
The electricians have come out. Hello, there go the bricklayers. That's all they needed. Mark my words, half the country will be paralysed before the night's out. Oh, well, let's get to work. There's some hard graft ahead of us. This house must be finished. We've all got to put our backs into it. No shirking. Bill, you can lay the bricks. Moira, you're a strong girl. You can dig the trenches.
And what, pray, are you going to do?
You'll both be needing tea, won't you?
Sorry about those workmen, Billy. Lucky they got those first 2 houses built before they went on strike.
Well, they should have come out and strike before they built them.
Why, something happened?
Well, no, except that the one on the cliff top is now where the one on the beach was, and the one on the beach...
Yeah?
That was sunk last night. But don't worry, we're managing all right in our own with the third one.
So I see. I like these new style temporary buildings.
Contemporary.
Not the way you're doing it, son.
What's wrong with the way we're doing it? I'm very proud of myself. I built a complete wall today.
Yeah, and at about time you stopped, it's 220 yards long.
I know. I have the same trouble when I'm knitting. I just can't seem to turn the heel.
Oh, I must admit, Billy, it's coming along nicely. I like that big bay window over there. Very nice.
It's not supposed to be there. Tony leaned up against the wall before the cement was dry.
Have you seen inside yet, Mr. James?
No. Where's the front door?
Well, it should be here somewhere. Oh, there it is, up there.
Oh, Bill.
Well, how was I to know that the plans were upside down?
Oh, I would have thought you might have suspected. I mean, it's not normal to have a television aerial in a coal cellar, is it? I don't know. I've been around, but I've never seen a house with a flat roof with pointed foundations before.
Never mind, it'll confuse the flies.
That reminds me. Where's Hancock got to?
There he is, chatting to your foreman over there.
Of course, this isn't the first time I've been on the building lot.
I didn't think it was.
That's right. Well, you can tell by the expert way I slice these bricks in half with my trowel, can't you?
Yes, it's very, very clever, very clever.
Mind you, my fingers aren't as long as they used to be.
Well, no. Does happen.
Still, we all make mistakes.
Yes, of course.
I come from a long line of builders, me, you know.
Do you?
My great-grandfather helped to build the Tower Bridge.
No.
Yes, he was the bloke who sawed it in half.
Was he?
Then there's the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Your family built that?
Every stone.
God dear, oh dear.
My Uncle Fred designed it. Well, I say he designed it. I tell a lie. That isn't exactly true.
No?
It was a rough sketch of my mother's wedding cake. The Italians liked it, so we put it up.
But tell me, does it really lean?
Ah, no, well, strictly speaking, no.
No?
Between you and me, it's dead straight.
Is it? Yeah.
Depends how you're standing, of course.
Yes?
It's the way they hold the cameras that's what does it, you know.
That's what, yes. That's what makes
Anyway,
it...
my biggest job, that's the one I was going to tell you about.
Yes, yes.
Just a minute. Undoubtedly, it was the fourth bridge.
Ah, yes.
That's
right,
right, it was the fourth bridge.
It was.
I remember distinctly because the other three fell in.
Did they?
Yes. Anyway, I was in charge. I decided we'd start building from both sides and meet in the middle. Follow me?
Good idea. A good
You're
idea.
ahead of me. I can
Yes.
see you're intelligent.
Yes.
But you know the fourth bridge. It's got those big arches that go up and down, all the way across.
Yes, yes, I know the one, yes.
How those trains ever get up and down those things? Still, that's their worry. I was only building it.
That's right, yes, I remember.
So anyway, there we were. We'd started from either side. We had a race to see who could get to the middle first.
Oh, competition.
Well, it's a good thing.
Yes,
I
it
think
is.
so.
Oh,
I'm
right.
all for competition myself.
Backs things
That's
up,
right.
doesn't it?
Pardon?
Backs things up.
You're overdoing it a bit, aren't you? Well,
Well,
I think so. Anyway, we were going along like a house.
on fire.
On fire. You should have put that in. We built the first 27 yards in 3 seconds.
No.
Well, we had to. There was a train behind us. Well, we were doing very well right up until the fog sprang up.
Oh, dear.
Well, I don't know how it happened. The long and the short of it was,
Yeah?
we passed each other. Well, I felt a right Toby jug, I can tell you. There was the other half of the bridge, 20 yards past me and 6 feet on one side. Well, I blamed it on the crane driver.
Yeah?
Oh, the bloke who was lifting the big girders about. It's your fault, I said. I was annoyed.
Well, naturally.
Puce I was.
Yes.
My whole face was red with anger.
What is it, Puce?
I clicked. Well, I did. I got a right to change my mind, haven't I?
Yes, of course, everything.
Thank you very much.
Carry on.
Just keep chipping in. Don't try and dominate. Well, as I said, my whole face was red with anger. Yeah. I clenched my fist till the muscles on my arms stood out like marbles. Really? I looked up at him and I shook my fist. It's your fault, I said. You weren't looking where you were going, I said. Undo all that lot, I said, and go back and start again, I said. It was me speaking. Well, I don't know whether it was the authority in my voice or the sense of shame he must have felt, but he did it without a murmur. I should have said he'd done it without a murmur. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter.
Grammatical mistake. We can all go wrong.
Yes.
He could see I meant it. He started his crane up and got going. Because he was eager to rectify his mistake, see?
Yes, of course.
There he was. I'll never forget it. Never forget it. Just if it was today. Yeah. Swinging this huge crane around like a toy, dead keen.
Was he? Yeah.
And you know, he had a sort of sheepish, apologetic smile on his face.
Oh, no, yeah.
Just as I walked away, having won my point,
Yeah.
being the foreman, Do you know what he did?
What?
He dropped a 10-ton girder on my head.
Tony, come quickly. We've finished the house.
Oh, third time lucky. Wonderful. My own little house at last. One day it'll be our home, Moira. That wonderful golden day when you shyly carry me over the threshold. Where is it?
Where is it? Well, it's there. Well, it's right by... Well, it was there a minute ago. Mr. James?
Yes?
Mr. James, have you seen the house anywhere?
Well, I tried, Moira. I slung a rope round it, but I couldn't save it. Gentlemen, remove your hats, please. You can just see the television aerial going under now.
Going under?
I want to congratulate you, Hancock. You're a pioneer. The first man to unsuccessfully build a house on Romney Marsh. Well done.
Well done. Romney Marsh, dig it out. Me money, ruined, nowhere to live.
You must find me a place to live.
Don't
you
worry,
understand?
son. Don't worry, son. For 1,000 quid, I can fill it.
Here is the news. Last night, a sentry box was stolen from outside Buckingham Palace. Will the thieves kindly return the sentry? And if anybody can give any information, please communicate with Scotland Yard. We'll be listening to Hancock's Half Hour, featuring the lad himself with Moira Lister, Bill Kerr and Sidney James. Incidental music was composed by Wally Stott and recorded by the BBC Augmented Review Orchestra, conducted by Hattie Jacques. The script was written by Ray Galton and Alan Simpson, and the programme, which was recorded, was produced by Dennis Mayne Wilson. The BBC presents Tony Hancock with Moira Lister, Bill Kerr and Sidney James in...
Hancock's Half Hour.
What does a comedian do when he's not working? Well, Tony Hancock's favourite relaxation is an evening at the cinema, a luxury he allows himself whenever he can afford it, and subject to the flavour of the month being strawberry. Last week, both these events coincided, and so one afternoon our hero rose early from his bed and went down to the high street to meet Moira.
Ah, hello, Moira.
Come on, let's hurry or we'll miss the big picture.
Hiya, Tub. Sorry I'm late. Hiya, Moira.
Hello.
And just what are you doing here?
Well, I knew that you and Moira were going to see a movie, so I thought it'd be nice if I came along with you.
Oh, did you? Yes, jolly good. Yes, you'd enjoy that, wouldn't you? Get out.
Oh, no, don't go, Bill. By all means, come along. We'd love to have Bill with us, wouldn't we, Tony?
Oh, yes, of course. Good old Bill. Nice lad. Good old Billy boy. He can sit downstairs and I can drop me chalk ice wrappers on him.
Well, what film are we going to see?
It didn't matter till you turned up.
Well, I thought we might go to the Playhouse.
What's on there?
The new Martin and Lewis picture.
I'm going home.
Oh, don't be so silly, Tony.
What do we have to go and see Martin and Lewis for? They're making enough money without my 1 and 9. I'm not going. There's something about them that irritates me.
They're very funny.
That's it. That's it. Besides, I want to go to the bioscope.
What's on there?
Episode 6 of Batman Meets Dragon Lady. Which is now good to see. She's got him trapped in the atomic radiation chamber. She's just going to throw the lever and disintegrate him when Zog, the green-eyed, one-eyed king of the Martians, well, he turns a bit umpty and shoves her in as well, you see. But just then, Captain Universe arrives in his spaceship. Captain Universe arrives in his spaceship with his assistant, Harry. Well, he isn't really Harry. It's that.
Well, are you interested in all that tripe?
No, but the ice cream girl fancies me. I think I'm all right there if I play my cards right. She's been looking at me.
Well, you can forget about her. We're going to see Martin and Louis.
All right. As long as you wake me up when the adverts come on. I want to see them toffees wrap themselves up and nip into that cardboard box.
Well, here we are. This is the place. Martin and Lewis and three-ring circus.
Look at all these pictures outside. Look at Louis. A stupid suit on. Hair been gone over with a lawnmower. People would laugh at me if I look like an ape.
Pass, no comment.
All right, thank you. Just because I can pick up fag ends without bending down. No need to get personal.
Well, come on, let's go in.
Oh, yes. Oh, go in, yes, of course. That's the box. That's the box office over there, Bill.
Yes, isn't it?
Yes. Can't get in without tickets.
No.
3 1 and 9s, please, miss.
Good girl, well done.
Tickets ready, 4 and 6, thank you. 3 and 9, thank you. 2 and 6, thank you.
3 1 and 9s.
1 and 9s? You can tear them up yourself. I'm not touching those.
Well, at least you can get your torch out and show us to our seats.
Show you your seats? You're expecting a lot 1 and 9, ain't you? I'm not going down there. Not safe. You'll find your own way down.
But all right, where do we go?
Straight down the centre aisle.
How far?
Just keep going and ask the organist. Yes, he'll direct you. Tickets, please. Have your tickets ready, please.
Come on, boys, through the curtains.
Oh, hello. Hello, we've got Sandy in. Look at him, all teeth and feet. Hello, here come the slides, look.
Mr. Sandman. There he goes.
Look, he's changing colour and going down.
Come on, we'll sit here.
Just a minute, I saw you. Come on out from there.
But look,
come out. You'll be ashamed of yourself.
Well, how was I to know where the 1 and 9s finish and the 8 and 6s start?
Don't argue with him, Bill. Let's find a seat. Quick, the lights are going to be going down soon.
Ah, there's a space in this row. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. Down! Madam, why don't you go home and knit? Excuse me. Excuse me, do you mind? We've got to get in! We've got to get in! I've paid. What's the matter with you? Excuse me. Thank you. Excuse me, do you mind? Well, here we are. Oh.
What?
This space.
Yeah?
It's the other gangway. It's all right, but we'll go back. Excuse me, do you mind, please? Excuse me, thank you. Granny, this is no place to peel potatoes. Thank you, excuse me. Ah, shut up! What's the matter with you? Hold me coat, hold me coat. What's the matter with you? Come out in the gangway, you. Of course, you picked on a right boy, yeah? You picked on a right boy, I can tell you.
Tony!
I'll knock him back in the 3 and 9s. Quick left, he won't know what's hit him.
Tony, be quiet. Hurry up and find a seat and behave yourself.
All right. Excuse me. Thank you. Yes, excuse me. Do you mind? Yes, you. Stop nibbling her earhole and let me get by. Dear. Thank you. Excuse, please. Thank you.
Do sit down, Tony.
Ah, here's a seat. That's better. Me shoe? I've lost me shoe. Where's me casual? I must have me casual. Come on. Excuse me. Thank you. Excuse me. Oh, shut up. Now, listen. I'm warning you lot. I'll be over the top of them seats in amongst you in a minute.
Tony, sit down.
Oh, all right.
Moira.
What is it now?
I'm sitting next to that bloke who's nibbling that girl's hero. I want to move.
Why?
He started on mine.
Hey, Tub, why don't you keep quiet? The Martin and Lewis film's just starting.
Oh, yes, this is to certify that 3-ring circus has been passed. Dropsy for the censor, you can get anything by it. Here we are, credit titles. Best bit in the film, you watch. Hello? Assistant makeup man, Charlie Hancock. Old Uncle Charlie? I didn't know he was out. Makeup, eh? Still, he was always good at disguises. Produced by Al B. Wallace. Right, here we go. Shut up! They haven't started yet. Right, wake me up when the toffees come on. What happened? What happened? What was that?
He fell down.
Did he break a leg?
No.
Oh. Look at Lewis up there, that hair. Look at the way it's cut. Tyson would give a fortune to bowl on that lot.
Veterans Administration Building.
You get squared away?
Yeah, everything's all set. I reported to circus on Wednesday.
What did he do then? What did he do then? What was funny about that? You, take your teeth out of her ear hole for a minute. Oh, you didn't see it, did you? You then, what did he do then? Go on, tell me what was funny about that.
Oh, Tony, sit down.
Me seat! Who let me seat up? Quiet! Come on!
My friend Circus. Lion taming?
Yeah.
What are they laughing at now? Stupid lot. I wish this was 3D. If he fell down here, I'd kick him right back in again.
Keep quiet!
Ow! I don't know how they get away with it. I'm not laughing.
Ah, look, here comes the sad bit. Oh, she's told him he's ugly.
3/4 of an hour. She's only just noticed that. Hello, somebody's hit him again. I'm sorry, I just can't see it. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, it makes you cry.
What a great film. I've never laughed so much in all my life.
It was funny, wasn't it?
Yes.
A touch of genius, that
Oh,
was.
there's no doubt about it. They're a very funny couple.
Yeah, I thought I'd die laughing.
You nearly did. I had my fist handy.
Tony, haven't you got over it yet? You haven't stopped grumbling since we left the cinema. You've spoiled our entire evening.
Well, I made up for it, didn't I? I took you out to dinner.
Yes. Have another chip, Bill.
Martin and Lewis.
Oh, Tony, please.
Well, nobody wants me to make a film. That's what knocks me. It's not fair.
Oh, have another chip and stop moaning.
Oh, all right. Hello. What's this?
Where?
Next to the advert column.
A piece of rock salmon.
I know, but look at the piece of paper that's stuck to the batter. Look what's printed on it. That's it, under sits VAT 15 bob a line.
Film star wanted. No experience required. Good opening for keen lad. Good wages, trade union rates, canteen facilities, no Saturdays. Applied Deluxe Film Studios, Box 84.
This is me big chance. I'll answer the advert. Me, a film star. No, I'm sorry, Ranky. Love scene with Ava Gardner? I'll think about it. I've thunk. Bring her on. Right, tear the advert out. We'll get down there first thing in the morning. Well, according to the bus conductor, this is the place.
Well, it's a funny place to have a luxurious film studio over the top of a greengrocer's shop.
I think we go through this side door next to the shop.
Mind those dustbins. Ah, there we are. Deluxe Film Studios. Walk straight in. You know, if I didn't know he was in Dartmoor, I'd say Sid James runs this place.
Good morning.
He's escaped?
Well, Hancock.
So it's films now, is it? And what poor idiot has financed you this time?
Nobody yet. I'm still waiting for someone to answer my advert.
You mean you haven't got any money?
No, I haven't eaten for 3 days. As the saying goes, I'm desperately in need of succor.
Yes, well, never mind about that. I've come here in answer to your advert.
The succor has been provided. All right, sit down. Sign here.
Wait a minute. What's this?
A contract signing you up to star in my next film.
Hear that? Star. What did I tell you? Oh, you lucky film goers. Do you realise this could put television back 6 years? Where do I sign?
Just a minute, Mr. James. Are you going to sign him up without even giving him a screen test?
Eh?
A screen test.
What's that?
Well, you're the film producer, remember?
Oh, a screen test.
Yes.
Oh, of course. Hancock, get behind that screen. Oh, that's perfect. All right, now come out and sign here.
But you couldn't see him.
I know, and if we can only keep it that way, we'll make a fortune. Now sign here and hurry up. I'm only renting this place by the hour.
All right. Anthony A. St John Hancock, 2. There.
Congratulations. Deluxe Film's first star. Now then, money. Let's say 10,000 nicker for the first film, all right?
Well, certainly.
Of course, I'll offer you much better terms for the second film.
Good.
That'll only cost you 5,000 nicker.
Cost? I'm not paying to star in my own films.
You'll get your money back in royalties.
They won't go.
I mean percentage on the takings.
That's a good idea.
I want you at the film studios first thing in the morning to start shooting.
And pray, where are the studios?
Up in the attic. Now then, a story. What sort of film do you fancy?
Now listen, as Tony's agent, I feel that he should be given the chance to display all the talents nature has given him.
Oh, it's too late. Animal Farm's been done.
Now, look, it's quite simple. Having frequently admired my handsome features in various shop windows, I don't think we can go wrong if we do a remake of some of Valentino's stuff.
Oh, like the Shriek.
Sheikh.
I'm talking about the audience.
The Sheikh, eh? Well, that's romantic. What about the comedy?
Oh, time enough for that when I'm old and ugly.
Blimey, we better get weaving on this one.
Of course, you realize if you're going to make the Sheik, you've got to have a heart for Loverboy Carr. I mean, after all, we've got to aim for the female market as well. You see, I have that indefinable something.
I can define it. It's a size 19 at. Now, look. I'm doing the snogging in this lot. You wait. A twitch of the lower lip. A quick flash of the hooded lids straight into the old camera. Pandemonium.
Now, listen, Tom. I think that if...
Now, I'm doing the heavy, meaty stuff.
Well, you've got the build for it.
Now, shut up and stop fighting. There'll be a part for everybody. There's only 3 of you, and we've got some scenes with 4,000 to 5,000 Arabs. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of nip in the back. All right, then, I want you up in the attic first thing in the morning to start shooting. Morning, all.
Morning. Good morning.
Well, let's get started.
Where are the dressing rooms?
You stay where you are and close your eyes. Right, I'd like you to meet our cameraman, an expert with a camera.
Where did you find him?
On Brighton Prom. Business was set. He jumped at a chance. Right, come on. Scene 1. The Sheikh's tent in the middle of the desert. Berkeley, stick his broom handle up one of Hancock's spare nightshirts. Right, now get that fire bucket down and sprinkle the sand over the floor. Perfect. Looks just like the Sarada. Right, get in a position. Action!
Now, wait a minute. What about our Arab costumes?
Pull your shirt out. Right, now then, the Sheikh's tent. Billy's doing a bit of crafty snogging with the Sheikess of Algiers. They're interrupted by the arrival of dashing, handsome, steely-eyed Sultan Hancock.
What casting?
All right, put the towels around your bunces. Here we go. Camera ready, Berkeley?
Yes, Sidney.
Let's start shooting.
Right. Now hold it, everybody. Don't move. Hold it. Oh, perfect. Now then, Mr. Hancock, raise your right arm another half an inch, your left arm down another half an inch, your face a little bit nearer hers, and start to purse your lips on this one. And your leg, Mr. Kerr, a little near the ground. That's right. Hold it. Good. Now, right arm a little bit higher, Mr. Hancock. Left arm a bit lower.
Just a minute. Barclay, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't I hear a rumor a few years ago about movie cameras?
Well, you may have done, but we haven't got any. What does CinemaScope next? We've got to make do with this baby box camera.
You mean we can only take all separate photographs?
Yeah, then we stick them all together, punch little holes along the edges, and Bob's your uncle.
All right, come on. We haven't got much time. Now let's get that Arab clubber off and shove the Regency gear on.
Regency gear? In the desert?
No, Bew Brummel.
Bew Brummel. What about the Arab picture or the Arab picture?
We finished that.
Oh, good. What was it like?
Great, wonderful plot.
Yes? Look, how can it be finished? We've only been making it for 2 minutes.
That's long enough. We got 8 perfectly good snaps in that camera. All we got to do now is decide what order to stick them in, and we got to smash it in our hands.
But, Sid, that film costs Tub £10,000 and it'll only be on the screen for 2 minutes.
You don't want to bore him, do you? Berkeley, nip round to the chemist and get that film developed. Get a couple more rolls. I think we've got time to make another couple of epics. All right, now then. Beau Brummel, Moira. Moira, Lady Patricia, Billy, Beau Brummel, Hancock, Prinny. Go.
Go? What about a script?
Script? Can't afford it. Make it up as you go along. Scene 1. Brighton Pavilion, 1818. The Royal Ball is in progress. Put that record on. Action. Hold on.
Just a minute. Look, I don't want to appear temperamental, but that doesn't seem to be the sort of music they would dance to in those days.
All right, we'll put another one on.
That's better. More like it. Must have accuracy. Come, children, let us rehearse.
Ah, your Royal Highness.
Ah, my Lady Patricia. Step me, you're looking most beautiful tonight. I think we'd better switch these lines round a bit. Start again. Ah, Lady Patricia.
Ah, your Royal Highness. You're looking most beautiful tonight.
That's it. That's it. Must have accuracy. Lady Patricia, I've arranged our rendezvous tonight here in Brighton.
But, sir, our identities will be discovered.
I think not.
What ho, old thing?
Ha! 'Tis that poppish dandy Brummel.
Oh, I don't know. I rather like him. He's quite amusing.
I don't know why you bother with him. He's a weakling.
Oh, come now, Prinny, you underestimate me. I'm as tough as the next man.
Tough? Ha! Look at those clothes. Blue silken hose. Green velvet breeches. Bright yellow cravat. Puce-buckled shoes. Lemon-embroidered waistcoat and scented handkerchief.
Brother, when you're dressed like this, you gotta be tough. Ah, Lady Patricia, may I have the next treat with you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Brummel. You may have the waltzes and the minuets, but Prinny is giving me the creeps.
Right, cut. Oh, that's another one finished. Right, let's get the African jungle stuff on now. We're going to put Tony Steele right out of business. Come on now. We got another 15 film to make before we pack up tonight.
Honestly, Moira, Sid's got a funny idea how to make pictures. 18 pictures we've made in 3 hours.
Have you seen any of them?
Yeah, there's not one more than 2 minutes long.
Well, you know what his idea is. He's going to join the lot together and call them All Next Week.
Ah, poor old Tub. He really thinks this is going to make him the biggest dramatic actor in the business. I hate to see it happen to him. He says he's finished with comedy after this.
Well, they never did get on all that well together, did they? Where is the boy, anyway?
Well, he's over there chatting to Sid's publicity agent.
Of course, this isn't the first time I've been asked for my life story, you know. I didn't think it was. Well, I've had a very colourful life.
Have you? Yes.
That's a very colourful jacket. Well, it's just colourful, yes. I've been around, I can tell you some stories.
Yes.
Things have happened to me, but you couldn't print them.
No.
Oh, dear me, no. Well, not in the dailies, anyway. For your own ear, yes, if you're a man of the world.
Oh, I am.
Well, we all are.
Of course.
We have to be. It's no good closing your eyes to it, is it? Yeah. We all know what goes on.
What?
Hey?
Oh, hey.
Oh, what? Hey. Oh, what? I should cocoa. I bet you could tell me a few tales.
I could.
I thought you could. We'll have to get together one day over a beer.
Oh, don't drink.
I'm very proud of you.
Okay.
Yeah, mine 50-50. You buy it, I'll drink it.
All right.
But you want a definite experience. You can print. I've got it, the very thing.
Yes?
I was sailing out to Australia to do a pantomime.
They have pantomimes out there.
Every time they pick a test team.
Yes?
Anyway, the ship started going down. In the water, that is, naturally. Well, there was panic.
Of course.
Everybody was rushing for the boats.
Were they?
I could see they were.
Were they really?
I knew you could. God, you were interested in.
I
weren't
was.
you? Panic. Everybody was rushing for the boats. I could see something had to be done. So I shouted out, "Women and children first!" I shouted.
Very brave.
Well, it's fair. It's the right thing. I do it again. I was lucky. I got my Widow Twanky outfit on. I was all right. Well, there I was in this lifeboat, all by myself, except for the young girl who was rowing.
Oh, yes.
Well, after 4 weeks of this, I thought to myself, well, I thought you've got nothing to lose. Have a go. Good work. Well, I'm only human.
Yes, you are. Yes.
All right, then. I know. You don't have to plug it. I plucked up courage. And I looked her straight in the eyes and I said, hello. I'm a quick worker, you see. I'm in there. Well, it's the only way. Well, as soon as I spoke, she knew I was a man. Of course, my voice had broken by then.
Oh, yeah.
From then on, we got on like a house. We'd only been rowing out together for 4 weeks. Rowing out together for 4 weeks, she invited me up to her end of the boat for tea. So I thought, here we are, getting that at your birthday. So I got dressed up. I put my best bit of sail canvas on and combed me over the fishbone, and I was up there. Oh, she was very pleased to see me. I must say she put on a lovely spread.
What?
Seaweed sandwiches and winkles.
Oh.
Well, you couldn't ask for anything better than that, could you?
Tasty.
Yeah. Well, when we finished tea, I took her for a walk.
Oh, yeah, that's the way.
We didn't go far.
No.
Well, she had to be home early, you see. Well, I don't know whether it was the romantic moon shining down upon us or a bird being so close to me or whether I'd had too many glasses of seawater, but I lost control.
Did you?
I lost control. Yes. I kissed her. Her eyes seemed to go soft and her moist, dewy lips quivered in ecstasy. Yeah. A beautiful flush rose to her cheeks. Yeah. I'm not boring you, am I?
No. Please.
All right, well, don't get worked up.
No, well, you can't help
You think
it.
you can stand this, do you?
Yeah,
That's right.
go on.
She looked up into my eyes, her whole body tense with excitement.
Oh.
Steady.
Go on.
She's me, not you know. She flung her arms around me and drew me slowly towards her. I could feel the warmth of her. Her pulsated heart next to mine. And then... Do you know what happened?
What?
We were rescued.
Hey, Hancock, I'll be looking everywhere for you. I've got some great news. I sold a picture. They're giving it a world premiere in the West End tomorrow night.
I'm made the world's greatest dramatic actor. Sir Lawrence Hancock, straight from his triumphant season at the Old Nick.
Right, I'll see you at the theatre tomorrow night.
Hey, gee, look at this crowd. The place is packed out.
They're privileged people, William.
You're right, Tub. They're going to see dramatic acting like they've never seen before.
You can say that again.
Well, come along, boys. We'd better find our seats. It'll be starting in a minute.
Tickets, please. Have your tickets ready.
We don't need tickets. I'm in it.
You'll be right in it if you haven't got a ticket. Well then, come on.
All right. Moira?
3 1-9s, please.
Straight down the centre aisle.
Hello, there go the lights. Come on, in this row here. Excuse me, thank you. Excuse, do you mind? Oh, it's you again, is it? It's a wonder she's got any ear all left. Thank you, excuse me.
This'll do, Tub. Sit down. It's starting.
The dawn of a new era in dramatic acting. I'm glad I've given up the comedy. This is the thing for me. Wait till they see the lad as the great lover, the Sheikh. That's it.
What happened? What happened? You've just appeared on the screen.
But they mustn't laugh. This is serious. What did I do then? Go on, what did I do then? Go on, what was funny about that?
I think we'd better go, Moira. This is where we came in.
That was Hancock's half hour, featuring the himself, with Moira Lister, Bill Kerr, Sidney James, and Kenneth Williams. Incidental music was composed by Wallace Stott and recorded by the BBC Augmented Review Orchestra, conducted by Hattie Jacques. The script was written by Ray Galton and Alan Simpson, and the program which was recorded was produced by Dennis Main Wilson.
Thank you.
the BBC presents Tony Hancock with Moira Lister, Bill Kerr, and Sidney James in
Hancock's half hour.
Pigs may fly, the sun may shine, and Tony Hancock may even go to work. Yes, indeed, this week our hero was forced by circumstances beyond his bank manager's control to seek employment. At the insistent hint of his local labour exchange, he went along to the offices of Bush and Shepherds, a firm of financiers and stockbrokers, to be interviewed by the managing director.
Well, now, Mr. Hancock, let's see how you've got on with our intelligence test. Aye. All right. Well, you've managed to get just over half of the little wooden blocks in the right holes.
I'd have got more in if my hammer and chisel hadn't broke.
Quite. Now, let's see how you've managed with the written paper. You have finished it.
Oh, my word, yes, I've got it here somewhere. Now, where did I put it?
Is this it here on the floor?
Oh, yes. That's it, yes.
Why is it folded like this?
It's the only way it'll fly.
Mr. Hancock.
You tear off this end bit here, fold it. You see, it's very interesting. That makes
Mr.
a tail. And
please, I'm sorry.
Then you bend this bit back here, you see.
Mr. Hancock, I'm not interested.
Then you fold it again just here, making sure, of course, at the same time...
Mr. Hancock, this is an examination paper. You can't come in here making... This bit here.
That's it.
Well, that's strange. I always used to fold this bit here. And you tear off this place here, you see.
Oh, what? No. You'd never get it off the ground that way.
I beg your pardon, you would. You fold the tail round here, you see, and once you've got... Mr. Hancock, I'm not interested in the aerodynamic possibilities of your examination paper. Whether or not we offer you employment depends entirely upon the answers you have given.
All right. I've answered all the questions.
And let us continue. Question 1 was, what is an isosceles triangle? And you have answered yes.
Well, that's it.
That is not the right answer.
All right, then. No.
That also is not the right answer.
I get your little game. It's a trick question.
No, Mr. Hancock, I'm sorry. No. This just is not good enough, I'm sorry.
All right, then. What is an isosceles triangle? Go on, you tell me.
An isosceles triangle is a triangle whose angles at the base are equal.
Just a tick, I'll write it in. Isosceles triangle, angle at the base is equal. There you are, that's one right. Carry on.
Question 2 was, write a brief essay on advertising. And you have answered, advertising is something that the BBC don't do, but shortly are going to wish they had. Question 3, geography. Where is Ben Nevis? On tour with soldiers in skirts.
Well, that's not bad. It's 3 out of 3.
Question 4. Who was the father of the Black Prince or King Cole? Well, Mr. Hancock, I mean, is there any point in going on?
I don't think so. It's all there. I hadn't even got my reference books when I did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hancock. Caretaker is all I can offer you.
All right. When do I start?
Wait a minute. Let's get the details first, please. I mean, don't rush me. Now, age?
21.
30.
23.
29.
25.
27.
I'll take it.
Wife's name?
Mrs. Hancock. No, wait a minute. No. I'm sorry. I'm not married.
Well, that's very awkward, isn't it? I mean, you can't have the job unless you're married. It's always been our policy only to employ married men.
Why?
Well, it leaves our directors a clear field with a typist, you see.
I must get the job. I'm desperate. I need the money. I haven't paid any rent for 3 weeks.
How much is your rent?
It depends. It's a penny for the wooden ones and twopence for the deck chairs.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Hancock. No wife, no job.
Wait a minute. Moira, that's it. Hang on. Keep it open. I'll be back.
Now, let's see. Fold it back here. Now, you bend this bit over here. Right, that's it.
Darling, I love you. Will you marry me? I can't live without you. I need you. Say you'll be mine. My darling, only you can make me happy. Say you will. Please! Marry me, my darling. You will, won't you? Please, darling. Please.
Will you open your eyes and stop kissing me? Moira's not here.
Oh, it's you, is it? Thank goodness, that stubble had me worried. Where's Moira? Must find Moira. Where is she?
She's gone down to the shop. Say, Tub, what's all this wedding bell stuff?
That job I went after, they won't take me unless I'm married.
Why do you want to get a job where you have to be married?
Use your loaf. I can have a lay-in and let her get on with it. Moira's a good, strong girl. There's years of hard work left in her yet.
Tub, you can't do a thing.
How much a week would you need to live comfortably on?
Oh, about £8.
8 quid. Nothing for the first one, 8 bob for the second, 21 kids, I'll be able to turn it in. I think I better get weaving. Moira?
Tub, you can't marry a girl like Moira for reasons like that.
It doesn't have to be Moira. Anybody will do. I'm not fussy. I don't care who she is as long as it's a woman.
Then forget about Moira, huh?
No. Moira's the only girl I'm on speaking terms with, so she'll just have to make do for the time being. I'm marrying her, and that's that.
But you can't do this to me. You just can't throw me out of the flat after all these years. I've been happy here.
Steady, boy. I know. I don't doubt it. You haven't paid any rent since you've been here. I'm very sorry, William. I'm getting married, and I'm afraid there will be no room for a Roger the Lodger. You just have to go out and get a job the same as I've had to do.
Well, that's a cruel thing to say, Tub. You know very well that my war wound stops me from working.
War wound. A car backfired. You strained a muscle running for an air raid show.
Well, you couldn't take any chances in those days.
It was 1938.
You're a hard man, Tub, after all I've done to make your little flat comfortable.
Here we go.
Look, who chopped the front door down to make a fire when you were cold? Who ran a cable out into the street lamp when they cut off the gas supply? Who was it used to go and get the food when we were hungry?
And who bored the hole into next door's larder? All right, don't keep on. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll let you stay with me.
Gee, thanks, Tub.
When I get married, you can move into the attic.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
It'll be all right. Put a roof on, move the coal out. It'll be just like the living room.
All right, well, I'll take it.
Right. Now, the only problem is to persuade Moira.
Well, you could twist her arm.
That's all right for those pickle factory girls you knock about with. Moira's a different cup of tea. She's sort of sophisticated. I gotta woo her. The heavy, passionate stuff, she likes that because it's right up my street as well.
Really?
What? Aloysius Hancock, the toast of the Tooting Broadway School of Dancing. Tango night, of course.
Yeah. You think Moira will fall for this line?
Of course she will. One sniff of the air oil, she'll be up the wall.
Well, you'd better hurry up. She'll be back in a minute.
Right, let's get the room ready, you know. Let's get that romantic atmosphere. Shift the cheese off the table and turn the gas bracket down. Get that washing out the fireplace. It should be dry now.
Look, now, don't forget, Tub, you've got to look the part. You know, suave, confident, man of the world.
Yes, of course. The black patch over the eye, the long cigarette holder and the silk scarf.
Perfect. Anything else?
Yes, get me hand-painted silk dressing gown out. The dragon should be dry by now.
Now, look, think of drinks, Tub. Very important. They're half the battle. Soften them up like they do in the pictures.
Good idea. Bottle of stout in the ice bucket. I'll be halfway home. I can see it now. Moira, they're playing our song. What? This thing's bigger than both.
That's her. Well, Tub, this is your big moment.
Right. Everything ready? Put a record on. Let's have some music. You know, lights down at the Palais stuff. That's it. I'll just go and drape myself seductively over the divan. Let it be dressing gown fall open, just enough to reveal a tantalizing glimpse of my Argyle sock.
Coming. Go on, get on the divan.
Hello, Bill.
Hi, Moira.
Bill, what's that on the divan?
That is the toast of the Tooting Broadway School of Dancing Tango Night.
Come in, my dear. Won't you sit down? No, not on the orange box. Over here, next to me. That's it. Ah, Moira. Moira.
Tony, cover those legs of yours up, those revolting socks.
Keep calm, Anthony, a minor setback. Wait till she catches the air oil.
Oh, dear. Bill, open the window, that terrible smell. Where's it coming from?
Bill, got me hat, Andy.
Tony, what is that awful stuff you put on your hair?
Awful stuff. This is me air oil. Me air oil I got off me barber, Andrée. Andrée Higgins. 9p a bottle, that lot. Put it on specially for you. I thought it'd make a change from the dripping.
Tony, look, I came round to see you about Father's birthday. I think you ought to get him a present, you know, because he's done a lot for you.
Ah, Moira,
Well,
Moira,
last
you're
Christmas he was
looking so
always
beautiful
pleased
tonight.
with you, and I mean,
Give me your
always thinking
hand.
of little-
This is the moment I've been waiting for, Moira. Your lips intoxicate me. Those beautiful eyes, challenging, inviting, the delicate texture of your milk-white skin.
What have you got on that silly eye shade for?
What have I got this silly? There's only the stout left now. I can't understand it. This same routine had the Char Lady berserk this morning.
As I was saying, Tony, I think it's a good idea to get Father a birthday present. You know, get in his good books. I think he likes you, really. But it's just that he
Moira,
can't get used
come
to
closer.
you. Well, it's
When you're near to me like
really.
this, life seems to take on a different meaning. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you, Moira, if you were mine. Oh, Moira.
Well, he's got a lighter. I wonder what else we could get him now.
Yes, dear, all right. Yes, yes, dear, yes. Marry me. Make yourself the happiest woman in the world. Don't deny yourself this ecstasy. What do you want most out of life?
A pair of slippers.
What?
Buy him a pair of slippers.
Fine. The start. Where's the start? Here we are, here we are. Get her senses reeling. Where's the bottle opener? Oh, of course, on the enemy Boy Scout's knife. Just past the horse's ooze. Here we are. I'll soon get it open. Don't go in. Go!
Oh.
Who shook it up?
Tony, look, it's all over my new dress.
Well, never mind. Let me sponge it off. It's all right.
Oh, no, stop. You're making it worse. All that red stuff's coming off.
Oh, bother me. Dragons have smudged. Look, I'm sorry, Moira. Sit down again. Stop yapping and listen. The lad's being romantic. Oh, Moira. Moira. You hot little bundle, you. I'm mad about you, do you hear? I'm mad about you. Don't you understand? All I've ever dreamed about. Ah, this is so romantic. Let me offer you a drink. Drink this, me proud beauty. Wipe the top of the bottle when you've finished. I won't see. Now, Moira, my darling, my precious little flower, will you marry me?
Yes.
Yes?
Definitely.
I knew you couldn't resist me.
I think it's a good idea. He needs a pair of slippers.
That's it. That's it. Thank you. I give up. I can't understand it. Ruby Rose is twice my age, and he's had 4 of them. It must be me. I think I'm losing my looks.
Tony, what are you mumbling about?
For the past 5 minutes, I've been trying to ask you to marry me.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
Why didn't I say so? It's enough to send you into a monastery, isn't it?
Tony, do you really love me?
Yes, of course I do. Can't live without you. You are my heart's desire. I love you, Nellie Dean. Hurry up and make your mind up, because if it's no, I can find somebody else.
Of course I'll marry you, Tony.
Right. I've got the license. Sign here. We'll nip down to Caxton Hall, get spliced, have an early night, because we've got to be up at 6 in the morning stoking the boilers.
Hey! Hey, what about our honeymoon?
Honeymoon?
Yes, I want to go to Switzerland.
See you when you get back.
Tony, you've got to come too.
Oh.
Honeymoon's not the same unless you both go. Oh, it'll be wonderful. First-class sleepers to Switzerland.
Yes.
Well, perhaps we can stop off at Paris and you can buy me a nice little trousseau from Dior.
Good.
Yes. And then on to St. Moritz for a month or 2.
Oh, I'll stay the season.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Then I think we ought to just, tour around.
Yes.
Yes. The French Riviera,
Course.
Nice, Cannes, Biarritz,
Yes.
the Italian Alps, and then on to Rome. I hear that the society there is the most fashionable in Europe these days.
Well, Monte Carlo's gone right down since the end of the war, hasn't it? I mean, nobody goes there these days. I mean, simply nobody.
Well, then I think we'll fly back to London round about August, calling in at Paris to see the autumn collection.
Not bad for a £5 a week caretaker. How much is this little lot going to knock me back?
Oh, for the 2 of us? Well, I should think we ought to be able to do it quite comfortably on about 3,000.
Yes. Look, you don't want to marry me. I'm not good enough for you.
Oh, yes, you are.
I'm not. I'm fat and ugly.
Oh, but I like men who are fat and ugly.
I'm slimming and having beauty treatment.
Oh, but Tony.
No, you're making a big mistake. I can't think why you should possibly want to marry me.
But it was you who wanted to marry me.
There you are. I'm unreliable. You see, that's the type of man I am. A trifler, a philanderer. I'm no good. Rotten to the core. Forget me, Moira. You'll get over it. Just a girlish infatuation.
You said you couldn't live without me.
No, but I've thought it over, and it'll be cheaper if I try. I'll show you the door.
Yes, but I...
Run along, Moira. There's a good girl. Sorry, I can't marry you this time. Call again. Sorry to be troubled. Now, who's next?
How'd you make out, Tub?
Terrible. Moira's no good. Somehow can't see her in a boiler suit with a shovel of coal in her hand.
Well, what are you going to do now?
I don't know, but I've got to act quickly. I've got to find a wife by tomorrow morning, or the job will be gone.
Wait a minute, of course. The very thing. Go to a marriage bureau. They'll sort you one out.
Yes, that's not a bad idea.
I was talking to Edwardian and Fred at the billiard hall last night, and he was telling me that Sid James has gone into the wedding business.
Is nothing sacred? I can just imagine the sort of wives he supplies.
Look, you haven't got time to be fussy. Sid's your only chance. Now, come on, let's go down there. Well, here we are, the Lonely Hearts Matrimonial Bureau. Proprietor Sidney, I'll dance at your wedding, James. Let's go in.
Come in. Welcome, dear Lonely Hearts. I run this not as a commercial establishment, but for the love of mankind, for I too have passed through the portals of abject misery before I found a soulmate what has made these last 7 years one round of bliss and contentment. Sign it. 5 knicker, please.
Hi, Sid.
Mr. James?
Oh, it's you two, is it? What do you want?
I want you to find me a wife. Can you do it?
Sit down. Age?
21.
42. Height?
5'6".
6'7". Weight?
13 stone.
18 stone 4.
Wait a minute, these aren't my details.
Who's talking about you? This is a dame I'm getting for you.
Oh, no. Listen, I want to see what I'm getting. Haven't you got any photographs?
Yes, I got some in the files here. Now, what do you want? Tall, short, thin, fat, blonde, dark, red, old, young, middle-aged?
Yes, please.
Okay, take a look at this lot.
Oh, yes. Yes, I like this batch. I'd marry any one of them.
Well, you can't.
Why not?
That's a regiment of Greek soldiers.
Well, what did you show it to me for?
I just want to make sure you know the difference between the sexes.
I know me differences. I don't go to mixed shorthand classes for nothing. They know what I mean when I give the old marginal release a bash. Well, I've got a very sexy way of bashing the keys.
You're cleverer than I thought. Now then.
Morning, Mr. James.
Hello, Granny. Back again? Poor old girl. Been on the books for 50 years. Can't find anybody for her. Comes in every week to see if there's any leftovers.
Any mail for me today, Mr. James?
Oh, I'm sorry, Granny. Right out of stock.
What about them? They're men, ain't they?
Well, her memory's good anyway.
I'll have the fat one. I'm not particular.
Madam, please get your umbrella from around my neck. Madam, control yourself. Control yourself. Your eye-button boots are showing. Please, madam.
Granny, let go of him. I told you before, you mustn't be too eager. Frightens them off.
I haven't got time for the waiting game. Come on, fatty, let's live.
Get out! Stand! You go on, get out of it!
I want a man.
Well, go and ask Pickles. He'll find one for you.
All right, don't worry, Granny. I'll keep you in mind. Come back next week. I'll see what I can sort out for you.
All right, and don't forget, I don't care what condition they're in. Just get them in, lock the doors, and I'll do the rest.
Poor old girl. Oh, well, she's bound to get some offers when the old age pensions go up.
Pension's going up. Hey, Dog!
Well, please have a little decorum. Now, about my wife, Sidney. No. About my wife, Sidney. There shouldn't be any difficulty. There must be someone who wouldn't mind marrying me.
Well, I don't know, Hancock.
I'm not bad looking. There should be a market for my type of face.
Oh, there is.
Where?
Billingsgate. Now, look, Hancock, you want to get married?
I don't want to get married. It's a case of needs must.
Yeah, he's after a job, and they won't give it him unless he's married.
Oh, so that's it, is it? Well, if it's only work you're after, there's no need to get married for it. I can find a job for you.
Doing what?
Managing this place for me. I got to go away for a few weeks. I need someone to look after the place while I'm gone. The money's good. What do you say?
Well, it's a deal.
Perfect. I've got a job. I've kept my freedom. A bachelor gay am I.
Well, I think you'll find everything straightforward. You can start first thing in the morning.
Well, we haven't done too bad for the first week. All the men that have been in.
Yeah, that was a good idea of yours to put Moira in the window. Available in 15 different sizes.
Yeah, business is sure booming. 87 marriages we've arranged this week, and there's only one left in the book. Yeah, there's money in this game.
There certainly is. The vicar's put a new roof on the church. Come in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a complaint to make.
Yes?
That woman you introduced me to, she was already married.
How do you know?
She was my wife. Look here, I'm warning you, I'm going to sue you now.
I hope you have better luck with her.
Good day! Height's up. You think that guy'll make trouble?
Well, if he does, it's only one complaint amongst 87. Come in.
I've got a terrible complaint to make.
What?
That girl you introduced me to.
Well?
I married her.
What? Tub, that's two of them. This is getting serious.
Don't worry, there's nothing they can do. Come in.
Anything for me today?
No, dear, get out of it. We've all seen you. Go on, go home.
No Chelsea pensioners or nothing?
I told you yesterday the only man we've got in our books is 60, and you're not having him.
Oh.
There's a law in this country against baby snatching. Come back tomorrow.
All right.
Wish she'd turn it in. She hangs outside here all day long. Grabs anything in trousers who walks into this building. The milkman's asking for danger money. It's no good. I'll have to put the ban up to her.
You put the vans up. I'm ready.
Oh, get out! Go on. Get back to the jazz club. If she comes in here once more, I'll have to start charging her rent. It's no good. Hello? Customers. Take charge till I get back. Shall be a minute.
Oh, Bill! Bill! Oh, there you are. How's business?
Oh, just great. We've only got one woman left in the books, old Granny Higgins.
Only one? This morning you had 120. Where have they all gone?
Well, the Sultan of Morocco came in and got stocked up for the winter. But you know, I'm getting worried, Moira. We've been getting complaints in, and I don't think Sid's going to like it.
Well, I'm not surprised you've had complaints the way Tony handles things. He never lets them see each other till it's too late. He sends a picture of Stuart Granger to all the women, one of Ava Gardner to all the men, puts all the lights out in the church, throws rice in their eyes when they come out, and they're halfway to Brighton before they find out what each other looks like. By the way, where is the boy?
He's outside talking to one of the clients.
Of course, this isn't the first time I've had anything to do with weddings, you know.
No, I didn't think it was.
Well, it isn't.
No?
No, it isn't. I'm a bit of a boy for the old...
Are you?
What? I am. Hey. Oh, it's got me into trouble before now.
No, I heard about it.
All right, Nettie Polari, we've all heard. Thank you. So I was saying, guess who this woman I nearly married was?
Margaret Rutherford.
No. You're taking the mickey, aren't you?
Well, was I?
Oh, watch it. You won't be in this bit next week.
Oh.
I'll tell you who it was.
Yeah?
Marilyn Monroe.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Don't overdo it. We haven't got much time this week. As I was saying, Marilyn Monroe. Mm-hmm. I nearly married her. Of course, she was crazy about me, though.
Yeah.
Saw me photo in a horror comic. Well, there we were. She was on her knees proposing to me, and I told her I'd think about it. Yeah. Well, you're getting keen, aren't you?
Yeah.
30 seconds later, we were hailing it down to the Vicar's at 60 miles an hour. She got out of breath, so we stopped and went by car. We arrived at the church. It was a lovely do.
Yeah.
And she was dressed beautifully.
Was she?
You know, it's sort of clinging to her.
What was?
I was.
Oh.
No. This beautiful white gown, it's sort of moulded to her figure, you know, sort of coming in and out and in, and mostly it was, and sort of sweeping down over her hips, and you know, sort of low cut round. I'm not boring you, am I? No. You're more excited than I was. Well, then the service started. Yeah. We got the important bit, the bit I was waiting for.
No, then.
No, you jumped in there a bit. I was talking about the service.
Were you?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, shut up then.
Right.
Thank you. The vicar looked at her and he said, "Do you, Marilyn, take this man, Anthony Aloysius?" That's my name.
Is it really?
Don't laugh, that's my name. I can't help it.
That's all right.
Hey, no, quite. Take this man, and please. take this man, Anthony Aloysius, to be your lawful wedded husband? And she said, yes, yes. Because she was getting impatient too. Yeah, and then she looked at me and she said, do you, Anthony Aloysius, take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife? Well, I turned and looked at her, a vision of loveliness. And I thought, this will shortly be mine. Oh, wonderful. Oh, what a beautiful moment. You'd have loved it. She smiled at me, sweetly, and her eyes sort of full of meaning, encouraging me. And, you know, a little shiver went up his spine. I turned back to the vicar. I was just going to say I do. Do you know what happened? What? Joe DiMaggio clattered me over the head with a baseball bat.
Hey, Tub, I think you'd better come quickly. Sid's back, and boy, is he mad.
Where is he? Where is he? I'll kill him, so help me. Where is he?
What's all the fuss about?
Hancock, where's his throat?
What's the matter?
What's the matter? You ruined me, that's what.
Nonsense, your business has never been so good. I've married off 87 people this week.
Yes, and they're all outside screaming blue murder. Listen to them. Threatening to sue me.
Why?
Because they're not legally married, that's why.
Rubbish, I saw the vicar marry him myself, and I paid him.
This vicar, was he a little bloke, scar down one cheek, close cropped hair, 4 days' growth of beard on his chin?
That's right.
Oh, I knew it.
What?
Parson Fred's out again. You're not going to get away with this, Hancock. All those people outside screaming for their money back. And you're going to give it to them out of your own pocket, see?
But I haven't got any money.
Then you better hurry up and get some, haven't you? Go on, get cracking.
So there it is, Mr. Bush. I've got to pay all that money back. So if that caretaker's job's still open, I'd be very grateful if you...
Well, I'd like to help you, Mr. Hancock, but I don't see how I can. Rules are rules. I'm not allowed to employ anybody who's not married.
Yes, I know that, but that's why I got married this morning.
You did? Yes. Well, congratulations. Of course, that alters everything, you understand. You can have the job with pleasure at that rate. Start as soon as you like.
Thank you, sir. I'll just tell the wife.
Laddie! Get your overalls on, dear. Bring the shovels out. You're in business, girl. Well done.
That was Hancock's Half Hour, featuring the lad himself with Moira Lister, Bill Kerr, Sidney James, and the relief ship from the Goon Show, Peter Sellers. Incidental music was composed by Wally Stott and recorded by the BBC Augmented Review Orchestra, conducted by Harry Rabinowitz. The script was written by Ray Galton and Alan Simpson, and the program, which was recorded, was produced by Dennis Mayne Wilson.
No, tell me, what did he do then?
He set fire to the contents and posted them to London.
You don't mean...
Yes, the ashes have come back to England.
Oh,
no! You have been listening to the last in the present series of Hancock's Half Hour, featuring the lad himself, with Moira Lister, Bill Kerr, and Sidney James. The scriptwriters wish to remain anonymous, cowards, and the production was mishandled by Dennis Mayne Wilson, who also wishes to remain anonymous. Moira Lister is now appearing in Find the Link at the Television Theatre. Tony Hancock, Bill Kerr, and Sidney James are now appearing before the National Assistance Board.
That's not a bad one to finish up on, eh?
It was a great show, Tub. Boy, I've never heard such laughs from a studio audience before.
No, they were good, weren't they? There's no show on the air gets bigger laughs than we got tonight. Of course, all the critics will say they were faked. Get rid of those screaming, hysterical studio audiences, they'll say. Genuine laughter, that was. Genuine laughter that was tonight. Genuine laughter. No prompting, genuine, honest-to-goodness laughter.
Yeah, well, put your trousers on and let's go home.
Oh, there you are, Hancock.
Hello, Sid.
Good show tonight.
Yes, you did very well, Sid.
Didn't I?
You've got a lot of laughs.
Yes.
Yes. They like you, don't they? I don't think you're going to be in the next series.
You know, it's a funny thing, Hancock. But because I've twisted you every week on a radio show, people are beginning to think I'm like that in real life. They really believe it.
Isn't that silly?
Yes. Now, about that tea plantation I sold you in Hyde Park.
Yes?
Well, you'll have to forget about it. Can't be done.
Why not?
The Serpentine's overflowed. The old park's flooded.
I'm ruined.
Nah, don't worry. Another 1,000 acre, I'll make you the biggest rice grower in London.
Good lad.
Oh, boys, I'd just like to say goodbye.
Goodbye, Miss Lister. It's been most delightful working with you. Here's your cards.
If you need any references when you apply for another position, you're quite at liberty to mention that you worked on this program.
Why, thank you, Mr. Hancock. That's most kind. But if it's all the same to you, I'd rather keep quiet about it. I've lost 3 jobs already that way.
I trust you've enjoyed working with us, Miss Lister. I did everything in my power to make your stay a comfortable one.
Yes, you did, didn't you, Mr. Kerr? It was most kind of you to use your eye to stop the drafts coming through my dressing room keyhole.
The pleasure was all mine.
Well, I'll be off now.
Well, if you'll hang on here, Miss Lister, I'll go and tell the chauffeur to bring the car round. So long, fellas.
Chauffeur? Oh, very smart. Hello, Sid.
Shut up, Sid. Ah, well, there it is. Everyone's gone. An empty studio.
Sort of eerie with only half the lights on, isn't it? Music stands still there, scripts lying about the floor, the whole place sort of quiet and deserted.
Yeah. Gives you a funny feeling, doesn't it?
Yes, it's as though we were not alone.
Ho-hum.
Why the sigh?
I was just thinking, last of the series. You know, it's a sad thought. Us all sort of breaking up and going our separate way, but...
Yeah.
My knuckles went white then. Funny how it all started, wasn't it? Do you remember how we first met?
Yes. You were standing outside the cinema in your short trousers asking people to take you in.
No, before that. Don't you remember when I met Bill at the docks?
Oh, yes, I remember. I'd sailed over from Australia and my boat had just docked. Everybody was excited and rushing around. I remember I was looking for someone to carry my luggage ashore and Hey, Stewart! Hey, boy!
Are you addressing me?
Yeah, and I've got a complaint. The service on board this ship is terrible. I've been starved on the whole 6 weeks.
Oh, I'm very sorry, sir.
Not one steward has been near my berth since we left Australia.
I shall have to look into this, sir. Which berth were you occupying?
Lifeboat number 12. As I started swimming ashore, he threw my bags in after me.
Yes, but how did you come to meet Tony?
Well, as I clambered up the steps at Wapping Creek, I heard that voice. The voice that was to accompany me on the road to fame and fortune.
Now gather round, my friends. Winter's upon us. And what comes with winter? Coughs, colds, sneezes, and flu. I know I've had the lot. Now, friends, this cough mixture I'm offering you today is unobtainable anywhere else in England because, my friends, one of the vital ingredients in this potion is supplied direct to me by a tribe of extinct natives in the heart of the South American jungle. And here it is, and I offer it to you now, Dr. Hancock's tonic. You couldn't buy this tonic in Harley Street for 10 guineas, but I'm not asking 10 guineas, I'm not asking 5 guineas, I'm not asking 1 guinea, I'm not even asking half a bar. Here you are. Here you are, 1 and 9 a bottle, 1 and 9, 1 and 9. 1 and 6, there you are, 1 and 6. Here, actually, well, I'm a sport, shilling a bottle. Shilling. 9 3 for a bob. Blimey, the bottles are worth more than that. Come along now. Come along now, who'll stop the ball rolling? Now, make me an offer. Threepence? My word, hark at Lady Docker there. Higgins, give her one for her cheeks. Now, my friends, I beg you, do yourselves a favour, grasp this opportunity. I won't be here next week. 4pence a bottle, one over there. Thank you, sir. Thank you, lady. Just 4 copper coins of the realm, bless you, girl. 2 gallons there to the man with the acid cough. Cough it up, Daddy. Maybe a go what? A bottle over there. Good luck. 2 more down front here. I'm cutting my own throat. There's 1 over there. That's it. Good night, all. Shut the suitcases. Early closing day. Run for it, Higgins. I'll post your wages on next week. Thank you. Gangway, mind your bags. Madam, do mind, please. Thank you. Stop.
going.
I'm sorry.
Out of my way, the police are after me.
Oh, don't worry, Cobby, you've lost him. They'll never find you now.
Oh, thank goodness. Here, you're soaking wet.
Yeah, I've just arrived from Australia.
Makes our channel swimmers look a bit soft, doesn't it?
I think I'd better take a bottle of that cough mixture of yours. I feel a cold coming on.
Don't touch it. Put it back. Oh, dear, oh, dear. You'd be worried there. One drop of that, you'd be on your back for a week.
Why, what's it made of?
I don't know. I just nip into the chemist, have half a crown all round the window, and I'm out. What are you doing in England, anyway?
Well, I've come over here looking for work. I'm a comedian.
Really? Oh, well, a comedian looking for work. I might be able to help you. Let's hear one of your gags.
Oh, great. Well, look, this is good stuff.
Go on, boy.
Yeah. Now, listen, this one will slay you.
Yes.
I walk on onto the stage, you see,
Very
and
good,
I say...
very good.
I don't know why I'm looking so happy tonight.
Yeah?
I just had a letter from the undertaker.
Yes?
He said, "Dear sir, if you don't pay the final installment on your mother-in-law's funeral, up she comes."
Yes. You better come with me on the cough mixture, Lark. I need a new assistant.
Well, I might as well. I've got no money.
Oh, well, never mind. We'll do all right between us. Listen, this is the act, you see. Listen, now watch this very carefully. You stand in the crowd. Yeah. You're coughing your heart up. Yeah. A spoonful of the tonic. Belt up.
Okay, I'll come with you.
That's it. Good, lad. Come on, then. Gather round, my friends. Winter is upon us. And with winter comes coughs, gills, sneezes and flu. I know I've had the lot. You couldn't buy this stuff in Harley Street for 10 guineas. No, I'm not asking 10 guineas. I'm not asking 5 guineas. I'm not asking 1 guinea. I'm not even asking for half a bar. Here you are. 1 shilling and 9 a bottle. This cough mixture I'm offering is obtainable anywhere else in England. Because, my friends, one of the vital ingredients of this potion is supplied direct to me by an extinct tribe of natives in the South American jungle. Wait a minute. And here it is. And here it is, Dr. Sidney James rejuvenated. Now, this ain't a cough cure. Hey, hello. Somebody's working me out. Hey, you. Excuse me, my friends. Don't go away. What do you want, fatty?
What do I want, fatty?
Listen, clear up. It's bad enough working me pitch, but you've pitched me patter as well. Give you me top hat, you've got the lot. Don't be stupid. I've been working the cough mixture game for 20 years. Now do me a favour, son. Get out of it. I will not. I was here first. I've had this pitch for 17 years, Scarper. As I was saying, my friend... You can't do this. Police! No. Look. Out of the way. Look, sir. Look, Dr. James. Now, what about me? I can't give up my business stock. I've got 4,000 bottles of cough mixture in my suitcases. Well, put some flour in it and flog it as air cream. My friend, this is the only genuine cough mixture on the market. I challenge it, Stephen. Made from a recipe given to me by an old Indian faker for saving his life. Passed on to me by a Tibetan lama on his deathbed. Sold to all the crowned heads of Europe. By appointment to Anne and Eagle. James Rejuvenator. Hancock's tonic. 1 and 9 pence a bottle. 1 and 3 pence a bob a bottle. 9 pence, 3 for 1 and a tanner. Hang on a minute, let's work that out. Please, money, 5 pence halfpenny a bottle. 5 pence. 4 pence. 9 for 1 and 4 pence halfpenny. Oh, hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Let's see. It's carry minus. My friends, he's trying to blind you with figures. I'll be back in a minute. I'll take a chance. 3 pence halfpenny. 3 pence.
2 and 4 on the bottle.
All right, 1. Big head, look what you've done. I'm ruined. 2 and 4 pence up, you dozy. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. My partner's made a slight error. He didn't really mean 2 and 4 on the bottle. Friend. You can't expect us to give money away, can you? I'd like to, but I have to live, you know. You won't give us the money? The friend, I can't do it. Put me bottles down. Stop trying to talk about friend, please help. I'm sorry. quick! The law! Up the alley!
Ah, dear, it's funny when you look back on it all, huh? All your bottles and all Sid's bottles smashed.
Yes. Streets 6 inches deep in cough mixture. And then the drains blew up.
What caused that?
Hancock's tonic met James's rejuvenator.
Happy days.
And then came the day that changed our whole career. We met you, Moira. I bet you'll never forget that.
No, but I've tried. You were all broke after the cough mixture episode. And then you threw in your lot with Sidney.
That's right. Do you remember that terrible restaurant we were all working in? Just to tide us over till Sid thought of another fiddle. I always remember Sid was doing the cooking and we were waiting on the tables. It was lunchtime, it was a Friday. I distinctly
Sid! You down there? Hello. 1 lamb, 2 veg in York. 3 airships on the clouds. 2 cackleberries sunny side up on a raft. Bunghole and biscuit twice. 3 spotted walls and 14 cups of rosy. When you're ready. Right. Let's have the dirty plates down the hatch. Coming down. I'll wait till I send the lift up.
Hey, Tub, catch what's just walked in the door.
Where? Hello. My word, she's a bit of class, all right, isn't she?
You won't get anywhere. She's got somebody with her.
What, that little old bloke with his foot in bandages? He don't bother me, what? Plate of brown Windsor down the back of his neck, he'll soon shift.
Waiter!
Coming!
Bill, give me collar and cups of sponge round with the dishcloth. Right, here we go. Catch this.
Ah, waiter.
Bonjour, madame.
Un Frenchman. Ah, ça, je trouve sympathique. Dites-moi, monsieur le propriétaire, moi, je connais très bien la belle France. De quelle partie venez-vous?
For the gent as well?
I was asking what part of France you came from.
Yes, of course, France, yes. Your accent fooled me, you know. You see, you actually, you sort of, you talk like a parasite, really. No, I mean, but I'm from the north, you see.
Whereabouts?
Birmingham. Beer Mangeant. You know Beer Mangeant. You must know that. Oh, up there, by the shed, yes. Will you order now?
Now, see here, my man. This is a very special occasion, and...
I beg yours. Did I tread on his gout? Oh, dear me. Get out of it. Go on. Push on. Now, madam. Madam, what can I get you? Here's the menu. Let me have it back. It's my shirt front. Now, what do you fancy? We got a nice French-style déjeuner, pranzo Italiano, possibly?
No, I think I'll have something plain today. A typically English meal.
Certainly, madam. The speciality of the maison. We have the brown Windsor, burnt just enough to leave that attractive brown rim sticking around the edge of the bowl. Followed, of course, by the thin slice of roast beef completely submerged in a delicious pool of congealed gravy. Accompanied by a portion of light green watery cabbage and boiled potatoes. Skillfully mashed so as to leave all the R bits intact. Then dessert, of course, we got dessert. That's the traditional steamed suet pudding, carefully undercooked and warmed up, thus providing that well-loved stodginess that allows the plate to be held upside down without the pudding falling off. 2 bits of dry bread and scrape, finished off with a cup of grey lukewarm chicory essence.
No, I don't think so. What's the French meal?
It's the same thing with garlic.
we'll leave it to you.
But I don't want it.
We mean the order. Now go and bring us something, and hurry up. We haven't got all day.
Oh, yes, sir, certainly, sir.
Ah!
Oh, that's where your foot was, yes. I've been stamping all around here trying to find it.
Look here, will you go away and bring our meal?
All right, I'm going.
Sid, 2 23s on toast, 2 38s and custard, 2 15s and biscuits.
You're a young puppy.
And 2 plates.
Now then, Moira, my dear, about tonight. I've arranged a box at the opera, just the two of us. Then afterwards supper in a private room at El Greco's. And then back to my flat for drinks. How does that sound, hmm?
Corny.
My dear, I assure you my interest in you is merely that which I would display towards...
One plate of sausage and mash. Here we are. Grab up. Get your knife and fork into that little lot.
Young man, will you kindly go away? Stop interrupting.
Hang on, Dad. I'm only doing my job. Don't tell me. I've trod on your old foot again, haven't I?
Why, you...
Oh, my word, comes in me. Hot brown Windsor all down his shirt. Hang on, it's all right. I'll sponge it off.
Oh, get away, don't touch me. Oh, you idiot, you're making it worse. What's on that sponge?
The jam.
Oh, get out of my way. Where can I get cleaned up? Where's the washroom? You'll hear more about this. I've never been so humiliated in my life.
Oh, poor piggy. I wonder if he'll come back.
You'll have to. I got my foot on the end of his bandage. Well, let's see. Now we've finally managed to get rid of him. May I sit down?
But you're the waiter.
Don't worry, I won't be embarrassed. Eat your food up. It'll get cold.
What about piggies?
I'll eat his. It'll be all right. What's your name?
Moira.
Mine's Tony.
Hello, Tony.
Hello, Moira. It's getting dark.
So it is.
Yes. Happens every night round here. I'm a boy for the church, you know. I think you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
Oh, how sweet. Are you enjoying that food?
Yes, it's lovely.
Oh.
What pretty eyes you've got.
Thank you. Look, are you sure you're enjoying it?
Delicious.
I'll order some more. Waiter, another bowl of flowers, please.
Oh, yes, I'm
Happy days.
Well, it was certainly a bit of luck meeting you, Moira. It was through you that Sid, Bill, and me first got our chance on the radio, do you remember?
Yes, it still haunts me. I've been asked to do my play of my choice in Curtain Up.
That's right. And you chose Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, and fool that I was. I let you three talk me into getting you parts in it.
Oh, dear, yes.
It wasn't funny. You told me you were all out of work Shakespearean actors. Anthony Hancock, R.A.D.A.
That's right. That's quite right. Resting after dying at Accrington.
I should have realized you didn't know anything about Shakespeare when you insisted on playing the part of Juliet.
Only because the grapevine up to that balcony looked a bit dodgy, that's all.
Boy, what a tragedy that broadcast was.
I still shudder when I think of it. It was terrible. Do you remember when we got to that bit just before the balcony scene? Where Bill and Sid were looking for Romeo?
Can I go forward when my heart is here?
Turn back to earth and find my centre out.
Centre out? He didn't know his football, did he?
Romeo, my cousin Romeo. Call good Mercutio.
By my troth, so shall I thus. Blimey. Hold there, Violet!
Violet!
Tony, get on with it.
All right, then. Ah, but soft, what light through yonder window breaks? 'Tis Juliet, and the sun is in the east.
Hey, who wrote this tripe?
Please, do you mind? One singer, one song. Oh, I might touch that cheek.
Ah, me.
She speaks.
Oh, no, I heard her.
Of course you did, you were there. Yeah.
A bit of a lot, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a bit like Norma Schiller with the wig on.
Do you think so?
Yes. What are you doing here? Your bit comes later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, watch it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Juliet.
What man art thou that thus bescreened in night so stumblest on my counsel?
Hey?
Who are you?
Hancock's the name. H.
No. Well, be some other name. Yes. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet.
Blimey, I'll get it. Why Hollywood signed him up to write Kiss Me Kate, I'll never know.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
He's over there, chatting to that geezer in the front row of the stalls.
Oh, no, that's Sir Lawrence Olivier.
Of course, this isn't the first time I've done Shakespeare, you know?
I didn't think it was, no.
No. You can tell by the egg stains all over my tunic, can't you?
Yes, it's very pretty.
Anyway, do you know, it's funny, I'm sure I've seen your face somewhere before.
Have you really?
You made any pictures?
Well, on and off, you know.
I thought so. I've seen you around the flickerscope.
Oh, yes, yes.
Now, what was the film now? No, don't tell me, I'll get it. It wasn't Superman and the Red Planet.
No.
No, never mind, I'll remember it. Anyway, I made a film of Henry V, you know.
Did you?
Well, it was the director, you see, he cast me. He said I looked right for Henry. Mm-hmm. The producer said I looked to right Charlie, but we won't... Was it Carmen Jones?
No.
You're not Dorothy?
No,
of course you're not. That film, you're this got a nice... This director wanted me, the fellow I mentioned before,
Yes.
to run up the top of the hill and stick the flag in.
No.
Me, run uphill with 5 hundredweight of armour on.
Oh, dear.
Well, I told him. Find somebody else, I said. Me run uphill? I can't even move. Well, I couldn't.
Couldn't you?
I was stuck there.
Oh, dear.
What with me cigarette holder poking out of my visor, I looked like an abandoned tank. Of course, I was fashion in those days.
Yeah, you tighten it up.
Well, I'm very pleased you say that.
Yes,
That's the nicest thing you could say.
It's going, I can see
well,
it.
thank you. That's enough. Anyway, I refused to do it. Mm-hmm. Well, he could see he wasn't cutting any ice with me. He picked on the wrong bloke. Mm-hmm. And so... I remember.
What?
Hamlet.
That's it.
That's it, of course.
Yes.
You were the bloke with the pudding basin haircut.
That's it, yes.
I knew I'd get it. Anyway, I stood my ground.
Yeah.
About this fellow I'm telling you about.
Oh, the director, yeah.
I'm not running up any hill, I said. Do what you like about it, I said. Please yourself, I said. It was me talking.
Was it?
Yes. I was in that armour and I wasn't going to move, and he knew it.
Good lad.
He was a beaten
Good
man.
lad.
Humiliated in front of the whole cast. I didn't like that pudding basin haircut, you know.
Didn't think
No.
so?
No.
Oh, well,
It's not much you. I like it as it is now.
Did you? Yes, well, I've had it cut.
Hanging over your collar, it's much more acceptable. As I was saying, his authority had gone, a laughing stock. Well, I must say, he took it like a man. It quite surprised me.
Did he? Yeah.
He squared his shoulders.
Yeah.
He walked over to me. He opened my visor.
Yeah.
With a big effort. It took moral courage.
Yes,
took moral courage.
It would do, yes.
He looked me straight in the eyes.
Yeah.
And even though I was unable to move a muscle, do you know what he did?
What?
He filled me up with water.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Romeo!
Oh, all right, hang on. I'm talking to my mate. I won't be seeing you anymore for a while, will I?
No,
Well, tell her then.
Cheerio.
I've enjoyed it.
Oh,
Look after yourself.
I like him.
Take my tip.
Yes.
Don't get the haircut like that again.
I won't.
It's not you.
I'll let it
No, take it from me. Tell her.
Romeo!
All right. Keep your wig on. I'm coming. What's the matter with you?
Boy, we certainly loused that broadcast up for you, Moira.
Hey, that wasn't too bad. It got us this series.
Yeah, you know something?
What?
We got bigger laughs playing straight than we do now.
Ah, well, it's all over.
Car's waiting outside, Moira.
Right, I'm coming. Bye, boys.
Ta-ra, Moira.
Bye-bye.
Sit down.
All the best.
Sit down.
Ta-ra,
Sit down,
Sid.
Sid.
Bye-bye, mate.
Oh, well. That's it, I suppose. Come on, Bill. Let's go.
Listen, we've been successful. Why not retire for a while? Take a rest.
Not the lad. Get at the money while the going's good.
Well, maybe you're right. Might as well cash in while we can.
Come on, William. Let's go. Right. This is it.
Gather round, gather round. Winter is upon us, my friends. In the winter comes golf skills, season through. I know I read the lot. Dr. Hancock, tonic it'll be for you with extra.
That was Hancock's last half hour of the present series, featuring the lad himself with Moira Lister, Bill Kerr, Sidney James and Kenneth Williams. Incidental music was composed by Wally Stott and recorded by the BBC Augmented Review Orchestra, conducted by Harry Rabinowitz. The script was written by Ray Galton and Alan Simpson, and the programme, which was recorded, was produced by Dennis Main Wilson.